Deontay Wilder. What is this? Two legends of the sport, two icons. The UK versus the UN. Oh.
Behind the head. To Brazil for having the character and throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Dazn.
If jabbed by Wilder now, thus far Dazn hasn't shown the work rate. He's hitting, and Dazn goes down! Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round, and Dazn down for the second time. There's hammering here in round one. He is Ragnarocking Dazn!
He's out. He's out cold.
B3 Pix TV, we back again, man. Y'all punch the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely working. The Queen Shower like eyes in here. How you doing? Make sure y'all tapping with Yes Indeed Boxing. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Let's get to it. Man, Wilder versus Chisora, that's gonna be fire. I didn't mean to have that on this live, but shout out to Wilder Chisora. They locking that in for April 2026. Grand Rising. Salute to the Queen. Listen, let me drop the link real quick so everybody know what's going on. Hopefully the audio is coming through clear for everybody. So I was doing some research. Man, Vergil Ortiz has sued Goldenboy Promotions. There is an active lawsuit. It's really unfortunate. Right now, so essentially, we're gonna go over it and read the basis of it. The lawsuit is for Vergil to terminate, void his promotional contract, and the Ortiz's claim that is that in the contract it includes a clause that automatically allows him to terminate the deal if Goldenboy's broadcast contract with another DAZN with DAZN expires and is now replaced by another exclusive broadcaster. His team says that condition was met when the DAZN deal expired on December 31st, 2025. So with that being said, Ortiz exercised that right and formally terminated the contract on January 8th, 2026. Goldenboy disputes this, saying that they are still negotiating a new agreement, and that contract remains valid. So Vergil was claiming breach of contract, interference with prospective economic advantage, and bad faith negotiations. Ortiz's attorneys also say that Oscar De La Hoya's public disputes with other boxing promoters and industry figures hindered opportunities and damaged Ortiz's marketability. Interesting. No specific dollar amount is publicly stated in the lawsuit. Ortiz has not officially put a specific damage figure in the filings released to the public. Okay. It says he is seeking compensatory damages, loss of fight purses, sponsorships, and related income, any punitive and explanatory damages, but the total is unspecified and to be determined at trial. Okay. The team is claiming that breaches have cost them millions. So that's where we at with it, Rob. That's where we at with it. Team Ortiz claims that that's why I said this all hinges on the DAZN deal. Because the DAZN deal went offline, it ended. And it's no longer in effect. Team Vergil has an out with the contract, so now they can renegotiate. They can move around. They can go and see about getting these PBC fights with Errol Spence and Fondora unabated. Jamel Charlo unabated. So that's an additional 20% they could look at. Rick Merrigan and Vergil can look at to kind of ensure that they don't have to pay that to Goldenboy Promotions. Listen, this business is not personal. It looks like Vergil Ortiz possibly has ended Golden Boy Promotions. Is that saying too much? Um, no DAZN deal. You know, Oscar putting it out there that he may be trying to get with the PBC and work with Al Heyman. What's the truth? Marky Dan, let me bring you in, bro. How you feeling?
Salute, salute, salute. I'm good, brother. How about you?
Man, doing wonderful, bro. Blessed, thankful, man. Listen, we building, we growing. We went over 2,900 on TikTok. We working, bro. Just getting to it
That's what's
now.
up.
And we did get the monetization. Well, the AdSense is in review, so it went through another level. So it did say this process can take up to a month, but we'll see. We'll keep our, just keep it in prayer, and God willing, we'll have the monetization locked in on the channel, because we definitely been working. Now, and salute to Free pulling up. Let's start off like this, Mark. What's your thoughts? Have you looked into the lawsuit at all with Vergil Ortiz and Golden Boy? What's your thoughts? And do you believe that Golden Boy is possibly um, in a position where they may have to look to sell, or, do something that we weren't foreseeing happening? And shout out to Juan Claudio putting up. Let's work.
Yeah. So yeah, I've looked into the lawsuit. I've read the factual claims part of it. I mean, if it is the case that right now the zone deal has expired, it's a pretty open shut case. Now, the compensatory damages, that's a whole nother discussion, because they're also trying to make the case that Oscar De La Hoya has damaged his earning power with all the shenanigans that were going on. That's a whole nother issue. But if that clause is in the contract, and Oscar can make he can try to make the argument, well, I'm trying to negotiate a new deal with the zone, but at the end of the day, you don't have a deal with them right now. So that clause, I would think it's going to apply, and he's going to be able to terminate the contract. Um, Now Golden Boy, I think is pretty much dead, and it's been dying ever since Richard Schaefer left. And this stuff about they're gonna work with the PBC. I mean, we heard the same thing about Top Rank after they left ESPN. As a matter of fact, before they even left ESPN, that was something I heard a lot of people saying, that Top Rank and PBC were gonna link up. And now I'm hearing reports that Top Rank could potentially be planning on folding. So this is not a good time for Golden Boy at all whatsoever, especially adding to the fact I've also read and I've also heard Zerto Ramirez does not have a deal with them at this current moment. So who does Golden Boy really have over there? Like, this ain't a good position to be in. And then, like, overall, I mean, it's just going downhill. Like, if you're not linked up with the Turk, or if you're not linked up with Netflix, you hurt. And this man, now you don't even got the zone in your corner. It's like, what you supposed to do? And you could go ahead from there, free.
I slightly disagree with what you said previously about um the he can get out of the contract, because basically what the zone said was they they're not going to renew a contract or put on any Golden Boy fights if they can't do the Virgil and Jerome Business fight. And Virgil's statement or his claim is Oscar is stopping him from being able to make money. He's really not, because Oscar is countersuing Virgil, saying, no, we're trying to give you the fight. You agreed to $2 million. We're trying to give you an extra mil, but you saying you don't want the fight unless you get 7 mil. So it's kind of, now they gotta say, okay, who's telling the truth, who's lying? If Oscar is telling the truth, Virgil is not going to be able to get out of that contract, because they're going to say, well, there you agree to 2 million. You saying he's stopping you from million. He's trying to get you an extra million, but you're saying that you don't want the fight unless you get 7 million. You're being unreasonable. So if those claims are correct about Oscar, then Virgil's not going to be able to get out of that contract, and he's going to, if they can get that fight put on, then he'll have a deal with the zone. But if they can't get the deal done, and Virgil does get out of his contract, then Golden Boy is pretty much they pretty much done with Dazn. They're gonna have to find another platform to go to.
Yeah. Yeah, they gotta so unfortunately, but because this deal did expire, that is what Virgil's team has sued based upon. Virgil's team is saying they have language in the contract that if the zone did not have a new deal with another broadcaster or a new DAZN deal, that they could be removed from that contract. So it's gonna be interesting to see if the zone locks in something with Golden Boy. Marky, do you like? It's kind of funny right now because Matchroom is looking for the zone, a new deal with the zone. Golden Boy is also looking for a new deal with the zone. What's happening, Mark? What's your thoughts? Tell the people because it's not looking, it's looking kind of funny right now.
I mean, well, I mean that's just prudent business. Like DAZN has been a great partner for Matrom and Eddie Hearn, so I don't think he would want to go anywhere else. And I mean, he puts on big cards, but like
Hold
this
on,
is just
Mark.
not
Hold
a.
on. I was throwing you the alley oop. I thought you said that they was gonna buy out the promoters. Isn't this perfect? Isn't this the right time?
Well, yes, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that, but I also wanted to say, Eddie Hearn. But just for the Eddie Hearn and Matchroom side of it, it makes prudent sense for them to want to stay with the zone at least for the time being. But if you're Golden Boy, like what does Golden Boy even have at this point? Like if you were a TKO or a Zufa, like what fighters were like Kid Austin? Like is that worth buying out the entirety of Golden Boy's promotion? Golden Boy Promotions. So it's like they not even like at least in my opinion, they're not even a valuable commodity to want to buy out. Like respectfully, for Kid Austin, like I would just go to them and try to negotiate a buyout to his contract, and then
I
screw the
mean,
rest of them. Like I don't really.
don't they got Bam Rodriguez too?
Nah,
No,
he was
Bam is with
Matchroom.
Matchroom.
Who's
Like
Bam with?
who does Golden Boy have? Because they don't even have Zerto free.
Bam is with Eddie Hearn.
Okay, Bam is with Eddie. Okay, I knew he was on Maximum. I just wasn't. I thought he was with Golden Boy. All right, so he's with Eddie. So Golden Boy. Well, if Golden Boy is not with, I mean, if Zordo's not with Golden Boy, then who's doing the deal for Zordo? Because according to David Benavidez and Oscar, they struck a deal for May 2nd for the Zordo fight. So Zordo, unless that's the last fight that he has with Golden Boy,
Let me check that free.
because
Yeah.
Because I
that
read I read that his deal was done with them.
because I mean when David won that fight with Anthony Yard, he said he's going to try to do the Zordo fight. If Zordo can get past his opponent, we going to that deal is trying to go down May 2nd, and then Oscar came back out and said as late as 2 weeks ago when the whole thing about Vergil Ortiz, he said they're gonna do the. I mean, they got the Zordo versus David Benavidez coming up on Cinco de Mayo. So I'm like, okay, if Zordo's not with him, then what the hell is Oscar talking about? And what is David Benavidez talking about?
Well, I mean that would be interesting because if it is on the Golden Boy, the fight is scheduled to happen on the zone. So does that mean that?
Not
So
not
does Go-
necessarily. Not necessarily. That could be an Amazon Prime fight.
But I
That
thought,
could
okay, well, I thought I saw that it was scheduled under the zone. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that could be an Amazon Prime fight because if Golden Boy is not going to be on the zone no more, that means Amazon will be the platform that will be putting that fight on.
okay, it said that Benavidez versus Zotto fight that's going to be under Riyadh season. I don't
Oh, it's a
know
Leon
if
season.
I don't know if Golden Boy and PBC are co-promoting.
That's a rehab season because Oscar was talking. I didn't. I mean, of course, you never hear anything from Al Haim or anybody like that. But Oscar was saying, yeah, we struck a deal with PBC for the David Benavidez versus Zordo. So I'm thinking, okay,
Yeah,
that's a
that is going to be a TGB that's going to be TGB Promotions and Golden Boy, similar to how they doing with Barrios and Ryan Garcia.
yeah. So, but he said according to what he's looking at right now, that's a rehab season card.
1000%. One
Well,
thousand
if
percent.
that's the
But
case,
that's all of these cars. It's like those job attire cars. You know what I'm saying? Real season. They've been funding a lot of these events. They're gonna be in ring. Ring is in
Well,
conjunction with them as well.
that goes back to what I was telling BBO the other night, or as late as
T Hill,
last
what's up,
night,
family?
when BBO was saying why he can't get the job overtime. Well, if Turkey's putting on the Zordo and David Benavidez card, then that has nothing to do with David Benavidez because job overtime is with Turkey.
pretty much, yeah, he was Zufa.
Yeah, yeah. He just
He
signed
just
with
signed a
Zuffa,
new for
and
boxer. Yeah, he just signed a new for boxer, so that's the biggest star they got over there now.
and Zuffa's also attempting to sign Alexander Usyk. So they
Shout
def
out
so
to
they
him.
yeah so they not messing
Making their
around.
moves.
So we got T Hill in the building. We also got Smoke. Suta, all my bros pulling up, showing love. We definitely building. Now,
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how much of a leg Virgil got to stand on because, like I said, if the judge or the arbitrator looks at the situation and say, well, he's trying to get you to fight. You agree to 2 million. He's trying to get you 3 million, but you saying you don't want to fight unless you get 7 million. You can't say he's blocking you from opportunity. He's trying to get you the opportunity. You're the
yeah,
one that's going to.
I read
Well,
over the lawsuit. Free.
his
Hold
lawyer,
on, Mark. Hold on, Mark. I read over the lawsuit. It's got nothing to do with that. The lawsuit is predicated upon Golden Boy not having a exclusive broadcasting rights deal anymore.
No,
That
I know
expired
what
at
you're
the end
saying.
of December.
No,
So
I know about that.
they're looking at it as they have a loophole to get Virgil out of the agreement with
No,
Golden
but
Boy.
see,
That's it. And
the
that's
thing
why
is,
that's why Golden Boy is fighting it.
no, I understand all of that. But the thing is, the zone said they will give them another contract if they commit the Jerron Boots in his fight. But Virgil's saying he's not. Oscar said Virgil is not trying to make the fight because he's asking for an unreasonable amount of money. So it's Virgil that's stopping them from getting the contract. It's not Golden Boy that's stopping the contract. It's Virgil because he's asking for an unreasonable amount of money to make the fight happen. So because the zone said if you don't give us the Virgil versus Jawan Boots in this fight, we're not giving you another contract. We're not putting any more of your fights on. So if Virgil is asking for an unreasonable amount of money to make the fight happen, which is money that they don't have for the fight, then he's the reason why they don't have a contract.
well,
Yeah,
they can make
1000%.
that yeah, they can make that argument that Virgil Ortiz being unreasonable led to the DAZN deal expiring and not being renewed. But Virgil Ortiz's lawyers are probably going to argue that one has nothing to do with the other. That my client is allowed to ask for whatever amount of money he wants, and that the clause within the contract states if this expires, we can terminate the promotional agreement with Golden Boy. Like that. That's the black and white.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so we're gonna see what happens. Like I'm interested to see what happens with this case.
Yeah, I mean, it's an argument on both sides um if the zone said, I mean, the zone is on record saying if you don't give us the Virgil versus Dewan Boots in this fight, we're not giving you another deal. So, and it's also on record that Virgil agreed to $2 million. Now he's asking for seven. At least he's asking for seven according to Oscar. But he said he agreed to $2 million for the fight.
Yeah, I
So
don't
I
know.
mean, it's an
Virgil moving
argument
pretty
on both
weird.
sides.
I think both guys are moving pretty weird, to be honest. But I also saw I don't know if this was actually in. I don't think this was in the actual factual claims, but I think Vergil Ortiz's lawyer had like a press release where he stated another clause was violated because, and this is really weird for his lawyer to say. His lawyer said that they are supposed to get 3 options every single time, and essentially they were saying that that clause was violated because they were only offering them the boots fight, which is really that like that. I don't think that's a good look for Virgil because shouldn't
Yeah,
that be the only fight you should be focused on and want?
I mean, yeah, especially when everybody else is already locked up. They already got fights coming up. So who are you going to be fighting? If you saying you want a big money fight, he's not giving you the opportunity for a big money fight. But then you turn around and say, well, they supposed to give us 3 options. You only offering the Jerome Boots in his fight. Well, who the other 2 options that you want? Who's the other 2? Because it ain't the champions because they're locked up. What else is a bigger fight than Jerome Boots Ennis if it ain't the champions? There is no bigger fight.
Errol Spence
Arrow,
Jr.,
Arrow, and I don't know who the second person is though.
Fondor, maybe.
Oh yeah, they did.
Thank
He did say that, but
But they're locked up.
Samson ain't thinking about that. He on some money stuff too, as far as Fundor.
Frendor is locked up. He's coming off an injury, and the word is Keith Thurman is still the fight that he's going to fight when he comes back.
True. Very true. B3 fella.
This sound like a money grab.
Shalom.
This sound like a money grab.
Pop a lot of smoke. Pop a lot of smoke.
Sound like a play.
Freaky Dicky Marky. Freaky Dicky Marky.
Tommy Hill.
What's good with you? Let me say this. There were other fights offered. This looks bad on both guys, to tell you the truth. I think that it almost looked like it's orchestrated just so they can get out that damn Boots fight. Let's look like it's something internal just so we can say, well, we didn't get the fight because that's not the way things panned out. And, well, my fighter didn't really want to go get the fight because he wanted options. And then, like Shava just said, Spence is one of the options, which potentially could be a big fight. I mean, we haven't seen Spence in a long time, but he still has a name people know. Fondor is definitely somebody that's in the know, but, it's not on the scale as Boots because this is who you said was ducking you. This is who you said you wanted to fight. So when they are offering you to fight, and you're available, why are you mad that there was no other options along with? This is a fight that you said you wanted. This is the fight that you said he ducked. This is the fight that after you had a fight, the man came to the ring to call you out and say, well, what's stopping us?
He called him in the ring. It's just show. It's for show.
Yeah, it's a bad look for him all the way around, but it's a bad look for Oscar too.
For both, I'm with you, T Hill.
But see, I don't see how they figure Spence is an option when the man hasn't fought.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we got
Man,
I
salute to the
agree.
family.
You free?
How
How's he?
do you say a man that hasn't fought going on 3 years is an option? We don't even know if he's ever going to come back. He hasn't fought going on 3 years. So how do you know he's ever going to come back?
And he ain't coming straight back to no fight with him. So in the meantime and in between time, why not give the people what they want? Again, they put on that whole show of calling Boots into the ring, even though it looked like Vergil Sr. was about to poop on himself when he got up in the ring. He don't want that fight, and I don't think Oscar does either.
Man, y'all know what Earl Spence doing?
Chilling.
Training.
Pop a lot of smoke.
That nigga chilling and smoking, man. That guy not worried about no damn boxing. That dude got money coming in on another level. He ain't worried about no boxing.
He enjoying ranch life.
Yeah.
Jet setting, for real.
Guarantee you. And if he's training, who's his trainer?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Juan Claudio, Shawayala. Yes, indeed, it's boxing. Smoke session, aka.
Marvelous Jarvis, man.
You just throwing names out there, B3. That nigga is chilling.
Hold on, smoke. Hold on,
Man,
smoke.
hold on, let me say
Good,
this.
kid. What's good?
Deep freezer.
I understand what you're saying, but he definitely keeping his weight down.
Freaky come
Oh
out.
So
yeah.
when you say,
Freaky
well, a
come
lot
out.
of times when we talk boxing, we say chilling. It be like guys be kind of ballooning up, you know.
No,
But
he ain't chilling in that sense because you're right. Ever since the fight with Bud, he been on point. He been
yeah,
staying on point body wise, keeping like you said, keeping the
I
weight down.
guarantee you, he ain't drinking and eating barbecue like that, like he was. Yeah, he done changed his diet because you get older. But as far as in training camp,
you ain't seen
I
him.
ain't seen this.
You ain't seen him smoke. Just like when you told me to go look at Coach Sean, listen to Shower. He almost looked like he's ready to like
He's in
fight.
fighting shape. Yeah, he in
Like,
fighting shape.
yeah, he's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. He's
You
keeping his weight down. They can announce a fight for him really at any time if his eye clear.
if his face is clear, that
Yeah.
prostrate face he got, like let's not act like stop playing, man. That dude don't need to be fighting for y'all amusement.
Hey, I love EJ. It would never be for my amusement. He's like Deontay to me. If he chooses to fight, that's his choice. If he doesn't, I'm happy with that as well. But you can't tell these men when it's time for them to get out the ring. You know, that's on them. So
He pretty much he pretty much telling us that. He keeps saying, "Stop calling me." Have I said I'm coming back? I will tell you when I'm coming back. If I'm
but
coming,
then he puts out little stuff like gloves and man, he be playing. He be playing, but that's
Yeah,
what he does.
Nah.
it's almost
He
like,
Yes, I'm back.
so
Up
Earl can't
my
troll.
face.
what's up, man?
Earl can't troll
What
nobody.
happened? I ain't saying nothing. What's up with you?
Man, shit, Earl can't
Man,
troll.
Earl, nah, I thought you said he had all these millions upon millions. Why he need a troll for?
He trolling like he bored. Like bro, you
Why he
sit there,
bored? I thought he had a family. I thought he was on vacation. Why he bored?
you get bored of it. Let me do this. Let me
Man,
see what they
stop
say
it.
about
Oh,
this.
come on.
So when you think he coming back, B3? Like when? You think he come back this year?
Listen, when they get his money right,
That part. And then you got to consider he's with PBC, right? And y'all was talking about that earlier with Marky. So I think I told y'all before that somebody told me Louis DeCuba is running PBC. It's not Al no more. Now Al may be there and signing on
look,
for what Louis
look.
does.
Hey, Shaw, well, look, I answer Smoke like this. When Pacquiao won a title, man, do you think PBC want to have Mario Barrios in every main event they do over Earl Spence?
Mm-mm.
Come on, man. They
So
was
you
one. Hopefully, they want Earl coming back at any weight. That's still one of the biggest names on PBC.
I don't think Earl's coming back. I don't think Earl's coming back.
I'm telling y'all,
Uh,
man, y'all
and I was
preaching
I
on the
was a I was a guy saying Earl could come back after the Bud loss, but when you sit out for that amount of time that Earl's been sitting out, Earl is not a type of person to sit around and just wait around. If he's coming back, he's going to fight. I don't think Earl is coming back.
But D Free, look what's happening
He's going to
with
come back
Mel. Look
because
what's
he had the
happening with Mel.
opportunity to come back and fight Sebastian Fedor. He didn't come back to fight him.
But that wasn't
That was the
solely
fight
on
that Sebastian. That
EJ
was the
though.
fight that. No, it was on EJ.
Nah, the WBO said he wasn't ranked. The WBO
He
said they
didn't
wouldn't put the
fight Mel.
title on the line.
Yeah, he ended up dropping the belt. He was supposed to fight Earl. He ended up dropping the belt, and now he's fighting Keith Thurman.
I think some of this has like it's something to do with the PBC, and look where Mel is right now. And I really it kind of breaks my heart to watch him begging for fights and them just kind of disrespecting this man, not giving him an opportunity. And he's ready to come back. He's been ready to come back last year. But that's
I
what I
think
say. Some of it may be PBC and them not having their ducks in a row.
I think it's more the I think it's more the trying to find dates for dudes.
Because you got to remember, a lot of times more than not, you know what I'm saying, Amazon Prime, I think, is one of the partnerships with, has one of the partnerships with, like, um, I believe it's the NFL, and I think it's the NBA too. But you know what I'm saying, it's kind of hard for them to find dates right now, especially right now, because of like all the things that's going on. Like especially like right now, like especially like the NBA, because now we're like in the mid half of the season already. So it's like, all right, well, what time do you guys, you know what I'm saying, what time slots do you guys want? Because you got to remember, these guys will operate on time slots, and they're all on streaming services now. So that's probably one of the main issues, and it's hard to put cards together when dudes keep falling out.
So here's a question. I'm sorry, B3, because but I have a
You
question.
good? Salute,
So
Mike Brown. What's happening?
you got Mel who wants to fight. He's been begging Boots for the fight, but then we also are dealing with Ortiz. Why ain't Ortiz trying to fight? Why ain't them two trying to fight? And how again they kind of, I question why they're kind of being dismissive of Jamel coming back. It's not like Jamel got beat out of his position. We know what he did. He moved up to 2 divisions, lost 1 belt, and then ultimately lost the others. But he's still technically that dude. He never lost at 54. So why is everybody treating him like the damn redhead stepchild? I don't get it.
I think that might be the
Because he
Jerron Boots
been
in
out
this
for
fight.
years, Shabalaya.
I think that might be his next fight for Jerron. If they don't make this Vergil fight, I think Jamel will be the next fight for Jerron because Bartram is about to fight.
Right.
Sebastian Fedor still coming back from his injury, so those 2 guys are not available.
Right.
I think, and we got Abaz and we got Xander. They're about to fight, so I think Jamel will be the next fight. I think they're trying to find out if Vergil's going to take this fight or not before they say, okay, we're going to go ahead and fight Jamel Charlo.
Somebody needs to fight Mel. That's the point I'm making.
Where does Mel come back at? Is he champion in recess?
He's been ready.
No, I'm saying, is he champion in recess? Or do they just...
Not no more.
He's open to fight Jerron Boots in his comeback fight. He said he's open to fight Jerron Boots in it.
Yeah, that recess has a shelf life, correct?
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
I think.
Ray Vargas been the champion in recess.
Who?
Well, I think for most people, it's a shelf life on it.
No,
He's been
yeah,
in
Ray.
recess for like 3 years. Like, come on. He ain't even thought about fighting nobody.
But I think in the possibility, right? Like people will be like, well, you got Ortiz waiting, sitting there, and then you got Mel waiting and sitting there. I think especially for Mel, because he's been out. I don't know how long now.
I didn't even realize that shit. My bad.
He's been out so long now. He's obviously he's gotta get a fight in. But I think it's all right. Who are we gonna match you up with? Because again, you could be like, yeah, you can throw him in there with Boots, but you gotta remember also these guys are in different promotions. It's not like Matchroom and PBC are always doing cards or doing shows together. But you gotta also remember these are promotional hurdles. These are things that are happening in the thing right now. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. People are saying I read something earlier where somebody was like, well, if I was Boots, I would forget about getting a Vergil Ortiz fight and focus on the 31st on the winner of Abbas and Zayas and try to get a unification bout with that. Same thing, promotional, issues. You gotta remember these guys are all on different promotions, and the promoters are gonna do what they want for what's best for their company. So it's whatever you guys gotta think. You gotta remember and think. Mel's one of the golden boys for PBC. They gotta find him a right opponent for him to make a comeback. And then on the top of that, you gotta remember what weight is he coming back at? Is he coming back at 54 or is he coming back at 60? So that's gotta be the thing for them right now.
Clearly it's 54 because he's been going after the guys at 54.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would agree to as well. I'm gonna say this, man. I think that Shawa made an interesting comment. She said ducks in a row. I think that what PBC is doing, they're moving silent behind the scenes because I think what they're trying to do is get everybody on the same team so that we can start making better fights that people will tie into, fights that people will want to watch, and that involves other promotional companies. And I think that, with this thing with Turkey and Zuffa, to be exact, I think it is force them to see things from a radical standpoint. Like, we have to do things together in order for us to keep these fighters on home soil and in home turf.
And
so
fight.
we gotta go ahead.
I was just saying fighting, yeah.
Because right now, like, if we do things the way we're continuing to do, you can see how outside influences are coming in. People who have no stock in the sport, they just want to profit off of it or to kill it so that their stock continues to thrive. So we got to get together and put our stock together. I think that's why, as far as Earl, I think that, man, I just seen a video of him getting an interview before going out to fight Bud. The nigga didn't look good in that video. And if anybody saw the video and said he looked great and all that, something wrong with them.
Drunk. He looked and sounded drunk.
Exactly. He looked and it sounded like he was in a distant place, man. And I don't know if that distant place had kept him to the point where he couldn't get into the ring. I do agree with what Marky said. The WBO stopped the damn Fundora fight. They're like, nah, nigga, you just can't jump the line like that. So, and respectfully so, because, you know, that's whatever Bob orders. So they're not going to sanction off on that. But, you know, now I don't know if it's because they're trying to get a fight that he could headline or one that he can make money, because that's what he's used to doing. He's accustomed to headlining and making the most money. So I don't know if there's a fight for him right now that will do that for him. And that's been the difficulty. But if he isn't, above being on a card, he might come back when another certain fighter comes back. And, you know, that might make for, you know, big money for him as well. I don't know. As far as Jamel, man, Jamel had, last time I saw that nigga, he was at a bar toasting up, talking about he getting money. Come take a drink with him. 54 is definitely going to be his destination. And I think that, you know, they're trying to line that up too. I think certain fights fell away because of, you know, the new moving parts in there, but they're trying to rework everything. I just think that they're being strategic in their moving, because what they got to do, got to sustain not only their company, their stock, but the sport as well, because right now the sport is down bad. Where you got Zuffa trying to move in, you got Big Turk embezzling the hell out of the sport and whatnot, and you got fans out here believing mirages, dog. They looking into the sandstorm, dog, seeing water instead of freaking dirt.
They let it happen though, bro.
Man, Tommy Hill, I ain't gonna let you do that. The
I know you're not, dog, but you're gonna be a part of that.
Faces for years, Tommy Hill.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say we looking into a sandstorm and all this old crap. We've been in the desert with boxing for years. These folks coming in. Listen. And I agree. I'm not 1,000 or 1,000,000% supportive of all the business practices that Dana White is going to be bringing to the sport. But there's one thing I do not doubt. We're going to get some fights. If they come in and they take over, we're going to get all the fights we want on a regular basis. I don't have no doubt about that.
This is why the sport's in the situation it's in now, because you niggas is talking about Earl Spence and fucking Jamel Charlo. Niggas have been on the couch for 3 years, and you actually having an actual conversation about these retired ass dudes. That's why the sport is where it is now.
I tell you what, the talk
Earl
is
Spence ain't coming back and beating nobody in the top 10.
And
nobody.
Yeah, well, he don't got to be the top 10.
Nobody. He gonna get his ass whooped
and fight a
He gonna get his ass whooped and sent back to the farm where he belongs. We're not even gonna talk about the drunkie.
Tim Zoo.
We're not gonna talk about the alcoholic. He needs to go to an AA meeting. That's what he needs to do.
Jesus Christ.
The talk has been about EJ and Tim Zoo, first of all. So it's not like it would be some top 10.
He can't beat Tim Zoo. Tim Zoo gonna whip his ass. That dude is trash. He's done.
Yes, you do, Shower. Yes, you do know about
that dude is done. Shower, you got to get off. You got to get off of it. That dude is done.
Trust and believe
that dude got mollywopped all the fight got beat out of that dude.
If
He's
Tim
finished.
Zoo is done, if EJ done, trust and believe Tim Zoo's done too.
Hold on,
Just
hold
that.
But
on.
Tim Zoo
Hey,
gonna be done whooping his
Mr.
ass. I bet you
Moore,
that.
Mr. Moore, I'll take that $100 bet any day on Tim Zoo
Show it.
versus Errol.
I'll take that money. I'll take your money, and I'll take whoever else money want
We
to
Yeah,
got
bet
friendly
on
hunters flying.
raggedy
Friendly
ass Errol
hunters
Spence.
flying.
yeah.
Anybody who want to bet on raggedy ass Errol Spence,
Errol gonna break
hey,
his foot
Marky
off.
Dad got my number.
The
Call me up.
disrespect, boy, I tell you.
Marky Dad got my number. Call me up. We can make it happen.
There you go. Friendly 50s.
Disrespect.
Sheldon, are you saying that you taking that friendly 50 with B3?
I'm taking that friendly 50 with whoever want to give it to me. If you putting it on
B3
Errol
said friendly
Spence,
hunted. B3 said friendly hunted. He ain't said friendly 50.
it could be a friendly thousand.
A friendly
As long as you betting on Errol Spence, it could be a friendly 1,000. If you betting on Errol Spence,
Spence versus Zoo.
I have no I don't have no confidence in Spence versus you.
Spence at a new
Let
weight
alone
class, new trainer, hadn't been in the ring in almost 3 years.
Sheldon,
Man,
Thomas
I don't
Hill,
know
you
what's
can beat
wrong
Errol
with you,
Spence.
play.
T Hill, you can beat Errol Spence. I
and
would bet
then
on you.
the man was getting inebriated before fights. I agree with Tommy Hill. I saw that interview. That man was slurring his words.
Before
And I don't
fights
think
or
that was just
before
the teeth.
one fight?
I don't think that was just the fake teeth in his mouth.
I think we gotta just let it go. If they come back, they come back. If they
come
don't,
back.
they
There
don't.
you
We
go,
gotta
Ronnie.
just let it go at this point, though.
There
All
you
right,
go,
we
Ronnie.
got a bunch of fighters fighting. We got fighters fighting now. So it's like, let it go. Let's just let it go.
Why can't Brandon Adams get a shot? Why can't Brandon Adams get a shot?
Brandon Adams is going
is
to
a good
Zuffa.
fight.
Brandon Adams is gone to Zuffa. That's what I meant to say the other day when I got on here. It's and Billy and Brandon Adams are the new two that went over to Zuffa as well.
Cool.
Hey, I don't mind.
So they're gonna carry Zuffa there, Marky Dan. Those two niggas.
I mean, Jai Opataya, but
I think Jai might carry him.
The point is,
I
Tommy
think
Hill.
Jai might carry him, T Hill.
But the point is, Tommy Hill, you already seeing some of the cracks start to form with Goldenboy, with PBC, with Top Rank, and then you have some big names going over there, like in Billy, Brandon Adams, Jai
And Billy, you talking
Opataya.
about
Those
Christian
are
and
fights.
Billy?
I think
Hold on.
Jai,
You talking about Christian and Billy?
Yeah, Christian and Billy.
Yeah, Christian and Billy.
Oh yeah. Zuffa about
And
to
if
do
they
some
could get
things.
Lester
You
Martinez,
get the
they
names
could
on
make
you.
they could get the rematch for Christian and Billy and Lester.
Nah,
A lot of folks
Lester,
would be interested in watching that.
Lester locked in with Pro Box for a
Pro
couple
Box.
years.
And then Billy ain't trying to see Lester right now.
And Pro Box
Here's
is
the
the
thing,
feeder
though.
of the PBC,
Why
bro.
would you say that, Shower? Why would you? He just saw Lester. He just saw Lester and beat Lester, in my
He just
opinion.
saw him, and now he don't want no parts of that right now.
He just saw him and beat him, in my opinion.
What you mean, Chawaliya?
He don't want no
He
parts
just saw him and beat him, in my
You
opinion.
slandering,
He beat
Chawaliya.
Lester.
You're
That's not
slandering.
slander. It's not slander right now.
He beat Lester.
They had the opportunity to do
Put
the
hands on
rematch,
him.
and then Billy
He
beat
didn't beat no Lester. He
He
almost
did
got
beat Lester.
stopped.
You
Y'all didn't
wasn't
watch
watching
that
the
fight,
fight.
man.
You wasn't watching the
Did
fight.
did you
He
did
It
you
was
see
beat
that
straight
he
Lester.
almost got
protocol.
stopped?
Did you see
Did he
Lester
almost
almost
get
got
stopped?
stopped?
Lester
Yes or
almost
no?
Did
got
you see
stopped too.
Lester
How about
almost get
that?
stopped?
Man, stop it.
You
He
stop
Come
said,
it.
on, man.
"Stop it."
Hey,
Y'all
get off
capping
the
him.
gas with that Lester.
Christian and
Get
Billy
off the
barely got
gas.
a
Get off the
decision.
gas with Lester. Get
He
off the
barely
gas.
got that.
Lester is not what
Christian
you
Listen,
and
thought it
Billy
was.
went toe
Get
to
off the
toe with
gas.
another man. I know y'all like the Devin Haney's and the movers and all that stuff. I like to see guys going toe to toe.
B3 in here
So
on
it's
the
gonna
gas. Get off
happen
the gas,
sometimes,
B3.
B3. You don't get hit
Get
by
off
a
the
hook.
gas.
so brother,
Lester
they
is not
called
all
that
that.
fight a
Get off the
draw.
He
gas.
was gonna get beat to death, Marky. He was gonna get beat to
They
death.
called that fight a draw,
What you
meaning and
say?
Billy didn't do
I said he
enough.
was gonna
He's
get
supposed
beat
to
to
be
death.
that guy.
Lester didn't do shit either. If they
Lester
call it
was
a
a
draw,
Lester
Who
is
was gonna
fine.
if
beat
they
the
Hold on,
call
hold
it a
on, hold on,
draw
hold on,
because
hold on.
the
Hold
Billy
on,
didn't do
hold on.
nothing,
Listen, let me say
Lester
this.
didn't
We
do shit
cannot
either.
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore
Mr. Moore,
in
I
here.
understand you passionate. We cannot talk over each other because it's nasty on the playback.
Yeah.
Listen, you're talking about a guy that's relatively unknown who was signed with Pro Box for God's sakes. And comparing them
You the
to a
one on
guy,
the gas
Christian and
talking about
Billy.
he a
Christian and
player.
Billy, he's supposed to be the #1 contender, and he barely got out of that fight. If it was 12
Last
rounds,
time I
his ass
checked,
would have
he
got
still
stopped.
is.
They
Last
had
time
to
I
put
checked,
it.
he still is the #1
They
contender.
had to put a
Last
10.
time I
They had
checked.
to put it at 10. Yeah, and She-Rod's gonna stop him. You taking him over She-Rod's?
I'm taking him over
Oh, now
everybody
you
you
backing
pick. I'm
Sherrod?
All right, I
taking him
got
over
She-Rod.
everybody
Now
I
you
you
got
pick.
backing
She-Rod stopping
Sherrod?
him. I got She-Rod stopping him, Billy.
Yeah,
No, you don't.
Oh, now you
No,
backing
you don't.
Sherrod? Okay.
real quick though. don't be surprised if like one of those names, like a To, like a Shakur, sign with Zufa too. Because if they're giving out money like they need to be giving it out, like with incentives and all that, don't be
Or
surprised,
Richardson
bro. Because most
Hinges.
of these, you gotta remember, most of these dudes are not making that Mayweather Pacquiao money. Most of these dudes are definitely never gonna make that type of money, but they're gonna make 2 million, 3 million, $4 million just off of names, just names that they want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if these guys are offering them money to go and fight somebody, all right, then hey, don't be surprised if they get other names. Yeah, and Billy, yeah, it's not the biggest name in the world, but that is an impressive name. You got to remember, number one contender in the world right now is him.
Well, here's the thing, too, you guys, because with Zuffa, well, I in particular was curious, will these guys be able to, because they're still title holders on the four belt side. So Jai, we know, is going to be able to fight to Marky Dan's dismay. He's going to be able to still unify over
Yeah,
here as
yeah.
well as being the Zuffa. Now, I don't know that that's for every fighter. So when Billy is WBC champion, well, he's an interim. But will he still be interested in even unifying over on this
I,
side?
I mean, the thing is this, right? My thing is this, right? The way that these sanctioning bodies move, and the way that these promoters, certain promoters move. It's not everybody. It's not everybody, but it's the way certain promoters move. It depends on how these things move on. You know what I'm saying? Because like again, if you guys look at the thing they had doing in the UFC, you don't hear none of the UFC fighters, like the top ranked UFC fighters complaining. You don't hear a lot of those dudes complaining. Most of the dudes that either get that first shot at the UFC, most of the dudes are happy just to be there. So even if you really sit there and be like, oh well, all right, cool, you're only getting 20 grand to show up and then another 20 grand to rent or something like that. That's 40 grand in your pocket. Most of these dudes are, most of the seed level dudes are not making 20 grand a fight. Most of those dudes are not. So you got to remember, if their money's right on that end of Zufa, it's gonna be a different story for a lot of dudes, bro.
Bro,
Because you got to
Ron,
remember,
imagine you a blue collar work. Imagine you a firefighter
yeah,
and
bro,
you training to be an MMA fighter, and they giving you the chance to make six figures a year. You get the
yeah,
chance to make $40,000 per fight, and they give you 3 fights.
yeah,
That's good money to a decent percentage of fighters,
and the thing,
including in boxing. Because I
and
did the
but
research.
but the
Less
thing is,
than
you
40
gotta remember, right?
fighters.
Like you gotta
Yeah,
remember,
go
right?
ahead, go
Like
ahead.
you gotta remember, if certain fighters, right? Like certain fighters, I don't know how much Rashidi made last fight. I know that Pop had brought it
Nothing.
up a while back.
Nothing. It was stupid.
Yeah, nothing, right? So
My
right,
fault.
and he was it was an out here fight, and CES is basically the biggest thing out here. Is the biggest promotion out here. If you get signed by CES or like Christy Martin, all right, cool, you're well on your way. But you went from fighting on Goldenboy, getting probably 30 grand a show or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, they were paying. I'm not pocket watching. But then you go back down to CES to get not even scratching 10K. So if you really think about it, right? If you're signed to Zuffa and they give you 20 grand, 30 grand just to show up and fight, and you fight, let's say, twice a year, you know what I'm saying? Like that's good money. Yeah, like you were saying, most Americans not making 40 grand a year.
Think,
40 grand
think
for a
about a
fight.
dude like Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams can quit his job now.
Yeah.
Brandon Adams can quit his job and box full time.
Yep.
Hopefully, man. I hope it isn't a mirage, bro. But I'll say this.
Nah, I don't think it's a mirage. I think it's more of like we got to tighten up over this one because American boxing, bro. Like, yeah, we in a big card in a week, but after that, what else? What else do we have?
What I think what T Hill was saying was on point as far as them merging. I do believe Golden Boy is about to be in league with PBC.
Hey, everybody mute up. It's like some background echo.
Mr. Shelton.
That's Grandpa. Grandpa, mute up.
I think PBC and Golden Boy are
The
going to
road
merge.
runner.
And I also think that at some point,
Tommy Hill just happy somebody else getting called Grandpa.
the top rank to try to get in league with them as well. We won't see Matchroom or Queensberry do that, but for American boxing, those three absolutely need to link up. And I don't know if y'all watched Sean Tell, but he had kind of an amazing idea that the three of them should go to who's the guy who run Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the only one who probably has enough money to actually invest in the three of them linking up, and then the platform be Amazon.
Who you
They
talking
would
about?
have to be willing.
Who you talking about? What three?
PBC, Top Rank, and Goldenboy.
You gonna have to watch all
But
three of them.
PBC already with Jeff. They already with Prime.
You gonna have to watch. You gonna have to. You gonna have to have
I
4-5 different people watching. Cause them some you already know like who.
Well, of course there'd be oversight, but this is in order to
Oh, my
save
goodness.
American boxing with the three major promoters here.
That's
It
amazing.
would
So
be
my
wise.
biggest thing is this. My biggest thing would be this: if you was to do that, right? Two of their promotional companies would have to abolish. You would have to abolish because there's no way that all three of y'all gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all pick a figurehead. You have a a board. You know what I'm
can have
saying?
a
So you have
board.
that one. You have the face of the company. That's cool. You can give it to Oscar if you want to give it to Oscar. No, like the face. He don't have no power. You give him the face, but then you have a board above him, and then after that you have something above that. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You
You have
gotta
oversight one, and
Yeah.
the board could actually be the three groups, and then there would be oversight above them to ensure that there's no funny business going on. But you don't have to eliminate the three from being.
Now you would
It
have
could
to
be
though.
like what were they saying? It could be like either like HBO was, where different groups were fighting all on one platform, but they're still their own entity as well. So it could be done. It's just do they want to save American boxing? Otherwise, maybe guys do all go over to Zuffa, but I still don't even see that being a thing like that.
Nah, I don't see it. I mean, I don't know because again, Zuffa gonna be on Paramount, and the Zone's still gonna be the Zone. But the reason why the Zone you got a lot of the Zone dudes is because a lot of the matchroom fights are out that way. You know what I'm saying? They're out at the cross the pond, and
TKO,
it's a different thing out here. You know what I'm saying? Than out there, because out there is really big. Like boxing is like huge over that way.
And Frank Warren is also going to be, again, that's why I put Matchroom and Queensberry outside of that, because they're still working with Turkey on the Zone with TKO. Like right now, you know, we're seeing people just cross the board, whether they go to Pro Box or whatever. It's a good thing.
This is the reason why. This is the reason why football is my first love. I look at boxing the way I look at YouTube. It ain't no goddamn order. It ain't no order in boxing. Everybody wants to be the boss.
Yeah.
You give Oscar a little bit of leeway, he gonna say he running stuff. You give Floyd a little bit of leeway, he gonna say he running stuff. You give any one of these guys a little bit of leeway, they're gonna say they running it. This is how they doing things. It's not your call, but because they have that little bit of power, they got a name, they got an audience. They're gonna say that they running things, and people ain't gonna like it. And it's just there's too many people want to be the head. Is a lot of chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yeah, but you know what though?
So the solution to that, in my opinion, is you put all the power in one goddamn hand.
Not Dana White. Not Dana White. Knock it off.
Absolutely, Dana White.
But
Dana White's the perfect guy.
You gotta also remember though. You gotta remember. People are gonna be like, yeah, Dana White is this god awful dude. I don't agree with everything he's done outside the ring. That's abolishment. You gotta stop doing that. And I don't agree with the totality of what he's done. But he's gotten dudes paid. A lot of dudes paid. You know what I'm saying? He's made dudes millionaires for life that come from nothing, that come from the same places that we come from. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fan favorites, because they come up and show up to fight. Dude gave a kid $50,000 just because he knocked dude out in the first round on a contender series, which is like not even the main UFC thing. It's like a contender series. Like you get into it.
OTX does that.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is the Zuffa boxing is gonna go exactly like the UFC went, and I'm talking about far as the money wise. everybody is so excited and we know how much money we're getting paid. All of that's going to be fine and dandy for about 2, maybe 3 years, and then it's going to be somebody that's going to say, I'm not getting paid enough money. And then everybody going to say, yeah, we're not getting paid enough money because we're blowing this company up. They're making so much money, but we're not making anything. It's gonna go good for about 2 or 3 years, and then they're gonna say the fighters are not getting paid enough money. I'm telling you that's what's gonna happen.
But you know why? You know why a lot of those dudes are saying that? It's because a lot of those dudes are not the stars. You got to remember. Go ask one of the stars. Go ask John. Go ask Connor. Go ask Nate. Go ask any of the real actual stars of that. And you'll be like, yo, you getting paid? Oh yeah, no, I'm getting paid. They'll be like, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid enough money. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of those dudes, you gotta remember, everybody's not a star. In boxing, I hate when people be like, yo, everybody's a star. Everybody in boxing is not a star. You're not an A++ fighter. You're not a star, bro. You're not him. There's only probably a limited, maybe 5. From what I can think of right now, that are stars.
I agree with that one. Let me say this real quick while I got a little audio because I'm moving around. Salute to Opulent, Dank, BVO, everybody that's pulling up, showing love. Hit the like button. Help this channel grow. We definitely building ahead. Y'all keep cooking though.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing about it, about that though, Juan and DeFrilio, well, the beautiful thing about the UFC, at least from Dana White's perspective, is he built it up to the point where it's like the NFL, where people recognize the shield more than they do the actual athletes. So you got a lot of great fighters in the UFC, a lot of great names that the fans love. But if Dana White kicks Ilya Topuria out, which is the great lightweight and featherweight champion, if he kicks him out the UFC, that man goes to ONE FC, that man's not gonna lose no audience. He's not gonna lose nothing to in his profit margins at all whatsoever.
But this is the problem. This is the problem I have with Dana White. When you have multiple lawsuits and multiple allegations of you're underpaying fighters, you're stealing, you're setting up fights, I don't want you running my business. I don't want you running my business because I don't know if you're going to bring that same type of practice over to my new company that I'm trying to start. And now we got allegations and lawsuits for the same stuff you had going on in your other company. That's the problem I have with Dana White. When you got allegations of fixing fights and underpaying people and scheming money from fighters and stuff like that, why would I want to be under somebody like that?
Now that I don't disagree with. I don't disagree with that.
And all he did was take the Ali Act and reform it so he could come do it in boxing. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I don't disagree. But the antitrust lawsuit that's out there right now, that's probably going to reform the business after they settle it. So I don't think he's going to be able to bring a lot of those practices that he did. Because I'm not going to deny that. Dana White is definitely a scumbag. I'm not saying that he's not. But I'm saying
that's a fact.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but in the game of capital, scumbags usually win. And it's sad, but that's what it is, bro.
He's not going to have to show them the books. And that's going to give him the ability, Marky Dan. That's going to give him. He won't have to show them the books. That's why he's going to have the ability to still do some.
No. They're not taking that part out of the Ali Act. They're not repealing that.
No, they're not going to have a say so. They're signing a contract to what they're going to make. So there's no reason for them to look at the books.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can say that. Yes. Yeah, there would be no reason to look at the books if I'm just getting a flat fee. But I'm just saying, it's federal statute that they still have to share the books. And if you're a champion or if you're somebody who's getting pay-per-view points and back in, then they are going to have to show you them books.
That's for boxing. Starting to lead is not boxing.
I still say that's exactly what they're taking, what they've changed. And that's what Bob Arum went to Congress about, the fact that they are taking out the ability. They're going to have to sign these contracts, and in signing them, they're signing the they're signing to the fact that they won't be able to question or look at how much money is actually being made, and they're just going to have to get whatever is given to them. Now, if Dana's generous, then so be it. But like I'm with D Free, 2 or 3 years, yeah, to lure you guys in, and then you kind of get clamped down on. Like, nah, we ain't giving you 2 million. We ain't gonna give you 200,000.
Hey, well, go
Like,
sign with ProBox. See if you could get that money from them.
Mm-hmm. People gotta remember, dudes ain't start. And I understand people gonna be like, well,
That's the market, Charlie.
they're making good money now. Well, at the same time too, how much really good money are you guys really making? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dudes ain't making $1 million a fight. A lot of dudes ain't even making 50,000, 500,000.
No, I agree with
No,
that, but
Juan,
I'm talking
I
about.
looked it up.
I,
According to statistics from the labor from the Department of Labor, less than 100 boxers make 6 figures annually.
Yeah.
And
yeah, no, like I said,
that's just tracking
I I
the
don't
guys
think
in the United
I'm
States.
not talking about. I'm not talking about guys making millions of dollars or anything like that. I'm just talking about the simple fact that they say, okay, this is what you're going to make. This is what we're going to pay you for this fight, because they could say whatever number. Who you going to go? Who you going to go and try to make the fight with? You work for us.
Mm-hmm.
Can't nobody else make this fight for you. Can't nobody else make this fight for you. Who you gonna make the fight with? You gonna go to Top Rank? They don't do business with us. You gonna go to PBC? They don't do business with us. You gonna go to Matchroom? They don't do business with us.
yeah,
So who you gonna make the fight with?
Well, at that point, you got to unionize, because that's the only way you're gonna get any bargaining power.
Crazy work.
that's not gonna happen.
Why not? Why it's not gonna happen?
Do UFC fighters have a
Why is
union?
it a possibility
Do the
that they're gonna get
UFC fighters
abused,
have a
but it's not
union?
a possibility that they could stand up against the abuse?
Do
Like,
the
why don't we put
UFC
that on the
fighters
boxers?
have a union?
Huh?
Do the UFC fighters have a union?
No.
There you
But
go.
they do. They have an antitrust lawsuit right now that's going to reform the business.
I'll wait till that happens, but in the meantime, in between time, they don't have a union and they don't have those antitrust laws as of right now.
And they're getting screwed. And hold on, but Shawa, you acknowledge they're getting screwed, and they don't have a union.
And
So
neither
their
will these
boxers
boxers.
it would probably be incumbent on them to form a union.
Yeah, but you gotta remember too, a lot of those dudes that are complaining about the pay for that side, they ain't really nothing. Like, these are dudes that when the company was in the negative, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the company was in the negative, yeah, obviously you're gonna lose money because remember, these dudes, a lot of these dudes that were fighting back then, they were losing money because, yeah, a lot of states didn't care for it. New York just signed, what was it, Marky, 7 years ago to have
Yeah.
the first, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta remember, a lot of times, yes, you're gonna lose money because you're still growing. It was never at a point where the MMA, the UFC, whatever the case you want to call it, was bigger than boxing. It was never that. But it was, well, damn, they're coming, and they're here. Yeah, they're not bigger, but they still compete, and they're still putting out major shows all the time, every month, year by year, all the time. And a lot of the fighters are not complaining about their pay. They're getting paid whatever they're getting paid, and they're happy about it.
The arguments come from the fact that the UFC is no longer in the red. They make well over $1 billion a year in revenue, and fighters only get 18% of that. They only got an 18% share of that. So, but again, it goes back to my point about unionizing and getting on the same page as laborers. If you look at the NBA, if you look at F1 racing, if you look at the NHL, if you look at the NFL, all of these sports leagues have unions, and all of their athletes take home a 50% share of that revenue. So that should tell you there's a correlation with having your own representation when you go to bargain with these people. So if boxers, because listen, this is gonna happen. I mean, they about to buy out the media rights to the USA National Boxing Tournament. So they're gonna have their own little farm system, like what the NBA, like what the NFL has with college football. So this is they're going to take over this business. Y'all need to get on the same page and figure out what do y'all need in order to survive in this space as an athlete. And what do you think you deserve? And put that on paper and come to an agreement before this happens. Because these Congress people, they're not going to help you. Like, they've already been bought and paid for. They're going to vote for the new Ali Act. The fat orange man is going to sign it. And y'all are going to be screwed.
Like I said, that's the reason why football is my number one sport. I ain't got to worry about it. I know what I'm getting every single week.
Factual. I agree. It'll be beautiful we had a schedule like that in boxing.
This is the reason why I said, oh, y'all niggas, y'all want Turkey. Okay. Turkey gonna come in here. He gonna be giving these fighters all this daggone money, and then these fighters gonna say, man, I don't want to do business with these guys. I'm gonna deal with Turkey. I already knew this was gonna happen. I said it when they started talking about it. I said, all right, he gonna overpay these fighters, and now these fighters gonna want to deal with Turkey. They ain't gonna want to deal with these promoters no more.
Let me pivot real quick, y'all.
They got to drive on money.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shower, can I ask y'all this? And I'm gonna put this to the panel. Shower, talk about Floyd Schofield. Now that Tank is kind of in a position where he's gonna be champion in recess for the WBA. Do you feel like Schofield Jr. can beat Lamont Roach and Lucas Body? Or do you feel like one of those guys is gonna beat Schofield?
Okay. First off, I wanted Body and Schofield because that would be a banger. But I'm sure you saw that Schofield has no interest in fighting Roach. And actually, I think Roach would be a great fight with him too, but it would be wise for him to do that. But at this point, with him saying he does not have any interest in fighting Roach, I wouldn't be mad if Roach and Body fought. I know Floyd is number one. You know what I mean? He's the interim or whatever. The mandatory is what he was. So has he been moved up? Let me see.
No, he's still number one. He never fought for the interim or had the interim. So
right. He's
so
still
so he doesn't.
I wouldn't
Right.
be mad if they just skipped over Floyd altogether, because the reality is this man has been out. He has not.
He stopped Tevin.
He stopped Tevin, and then he supposedly had some hand issue, right? And maybe he really does.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he
Now,
really
let me
does.
ask you: do you feel like it's okay to put the title on the line for JoJo?
No.
No.
Hell no. What did
The reasons
JoJo do?
performance wasn't good enough.
What did JoJo do to get a title shot?
For real.
I can't hear free. Let me go out.
I don't think JoJo. We know JoJo ain't did nothing. He just barely came back and went tooth and nail with Regis. So no.
He ain't do nothing to get a title shot. And that's the thing. Like, what if he get in there with JoJo and JoJo beat him? Now JoJo is the daggone WBA champion at 135. Crazy work.
I don't want to see it. That's what I'm saying. If Floyd doesn't want,
that'd be a great story for boxing. That'd be another division for JoJo.
Let's get Body and Roach. Let's get Body and Roach. If Floyd want to keep playing these games, him and his father. Lucas Body and Lamont Roach is a banger as well. But otherwise, Floyd need to step up and, I don't know. I guess they're probably gonna play the money game, right? Who's offering more money?
I would assume so.
Those are my thoughts on it.
T Hill, you in here with us? I can't hear T Hill. Hold on, let me go out.
No, he didn't respond.
T-Hill ain't say nothing. B3 be dropping off quick as a mug.
I know, right?
He don't even be waiting for somebody to confirm that it's not him. He just drop out.
You cook on it then, D Free. What do you think about that?
Nah, what he asked me, I was on the phone, bro, so I couldn't speak. So I could talk now.
That's
What's
why I
up?
was trying to tell B3. Now you wasn't up right now. B3 just kicked
He would
himself
take
off.
it off, boy.
Yeah, he took off, but it was because I was on the phone with BBO. I couldn't talk at the same time. You know, sometimes it kicks you off, and sometimes it keeps you on. But if it keeps you on, you can't communicate with the StreamYard because it's taking your audio. So I just couldn't place him on mute and then speak, and you guys would hear come off mute. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
But what was the question again? Shower, what was the
Your
question?
thought, it's your. What are your thoughts about Floyd Schofield fighting Lucas Body or Lamont Roach? Right? What wasn't that it? B3.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh,
much it.
well,
How you like those matchups?
the body fight. I think Schofield, he pretty much can have his way with Body. I mean, let's keep it all the way a book with that. That nigga Body made his beans off the fact that nigga Silv got freaking complacent and started trying to style too much and got caught. If it wasn't for that, he was getting his ass. I'm talking about. You remember the scrub boards? Shower, yeah. You laugh, you know he was getting his ass washed, old school style,
Yeah, Floyd.
like this, huh?
I say yeah, Floyd or Whooper.
Yeah, extra bubbles. That nigga was getting washed, extra bubbles with H2O, dog, and H2O dropped the freaking ball. Otherwise, we wouldn't be hearing of this nigga. So
Now
it's
Lucas
a
is a
banger.
big puncher.
Yeah, so that for that, and because Floyd ain't all the way technically sound, it can make for good action for as long as it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
The Lamont Roach fight is a damn good fight. It's a damn good fight because I'm not like everybody else. He's a damn good fighter. He just don't know how to seal the deal or close the show, so to speak, sometimes. And you know,
What I need to see from Floyd though, I need to see him fight 3 consecutive fights in a row because who
You broke up, D Free.
You went out.
Yeah, I didn't answer that.
well, my nigga was on that. Oh, go ahead, Shower. My bad.
I was just gonna say I think Floyd can beat Body. Body does have a lot of holes, but I think Floyd can take advantage of them. Neither one of them are like great defensively, though, when you think about it.
At all.
So it is gonna be like a punch fest for sure.
It is.
Out first.
It is. No, but I really truly believe that if you don't respect this little nigga, he got a way of sneaking up on you. And I think that's what happened to Tevin Farmer. I think a lot of things factored into the Tevin Farmer situation. You know, he was in a couple of wars with Cepeda. You know, he also, you know, had that unfortunate situation with Mortai.
It was consecutive too. He wasn't taking a lot of time off between them fights.
Yeah, and then he didn't respect this young buck. He didn't think that this young buck was going to be able to do anything to him. And the little nigga can't smack the sheep dip out of you. He got a backhand from hell, and he felt that ish, and it shook his foundation. But, you know, that was because he made the mistake. And like you said, it was back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So he was fighting like, and I rock heavy with him, even though he was cheating. I rock heavy with him. Vargas was fighting back to back to back. And if anybody want to say, well, you know, you ain't got fighters that don't take light touches, Vargas wasn't taking light touches. It had fudged his career up. But that going back to that, he got holes. And if he gets touched by that little kid gonna rock his world. And like I said, Silv was cleaning him old school style. I'm talking about on the washboard. So even though I don't believe that your boy got skill set like Silv, he got punching power out of this world.
Yeah.
And if he lands on Body, because he's leaky too, he can put him out of there. Now, I seen Kid get smacked. What was that fight against the one Mexican dude?
Galindo? Was it Galindo?
Yeah. Him. The boy put him into almost la land, boy, but he got back together and he started to get his bearings together and overcome that fight. It was a long, tough, arduous fight, but he overcame it.
Giron.
Giron, that's it. Yeah, Giron, that's it. Giron. And that's what I think. I think with the Lamont Roach, I think that's a good fight. The money is going to be with Schofield, because Schofield has that one hitter quitter ability, and people like to invest in that. So if Lamont don't separate himself, and I mean separate himself, can't be, well, I let you win these rounds, I win these rounds, and then we got some rounds we can nitpick on. It's got to be separation. He ain't winning that fight. He gonna get a draw or he gonna lose. He might even get sparked. Not respecting this cat, but it's a good fight. Both fights are good fights. So I'm with either one. I
don't know if y'all heard me. I had cut out, but I was saying I don't trust that daggone Floyd is going to be healthy to defend the title if he wins it. I need to see him in like 3 consecutive fights. He didn't pull it out twice out of the last 3 fights.
I agree. That's what I was saying too. And he's already said he don't want to fight Lamont.
Hold on. Nah, hell no. You can't dictate who the mandatory going to be for the belt. If y'all got ordered to fight, you fight. You can't say, "Oh, I don't want to fight him for the belt." Well, then you don't want to be the champion. You don't want to fight him for the belt. You don't want to be champion. How you going to say?
That's why I said Body should just fight Roach then, and they should X out. Because I'm with you. I would love to see Floyd be consistent and fight 2 to 3 fights where we can kind of get a good measure of really what's going on with him. But he's not. So then X his ass out is number 1 and put Body and Roach in there. They'll fight each other.
Yeah. I mean, you can't say you want an opportunity to be a champion and then say, well, I don't want to fight him for the title. Well, then you don't want the opportunity. You take the opportunity when it's given to you, regardless of who it is.
And that's the one thing about Floyd that people don't respect. He took the opportunity that was given to him, no matter what.
What's happening, Bella? Oh, whoa. Okay. But yeah, we what's happening, Bella? But yeah, it's hard not to call him his first name. Talking about call him Kid Austin, right?
Yeah, well, when I said
Don't call him Floyd.
When I said people calling are comparing themselves to Floyd, I mean Mayweather.
You know what I'm saying? His name is Floyd, so yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That man,
he got a lot to work on. But now, did y'all see the Renee fight? I mean, talk about that. Do you feel like there's going to be some opportunities for these guys to put Floyd in a position where he could lose? I mean, Lamont Roach is a damn good fighter, sturdy fighter.
Not Body. Roach, maybe. But see, here's the thing with Kid, since y'all don't want the man's name is Floyd. The thing with him, though, too, is he is way more defensive than Body. Like I said, they both have openings, but at least Kid slips. I don't really say he rolls. You know, he got a step back game. He's more defensive in that sense, but his hands his body be open. I don't know.
He's more twitchy.
But I think Lamont could take advantage of that. How about that? I think, yeah, he is more twitchy. I think Lamont could take because he's patient. Where Body is patient, but he's also just open to get hit. Lamont is defensive.
Yeah, Lamont.
Diaz, is it Diaz? Y'all remember on Blue Street?
Body is a for Lamont Roach. Body is just a tune-up. He ain't nothing more than a tune-up.
I agree.
He gonna pick that Mickey Friggy apart left and right all night long.
But I think he could do it with Floyd as well. Only thing is, Floyd got that punching power.
It's a greater risk.
Yeah, and he is twitchy. But we talking about a man who fought Tank. Look, don't get me started. and arguably beat Tank to some,
Yeah. But I think with Lamont Roach, it'll be we'll see more of what Floyd has to offer because he's not going to be able to just throw big shots and land at will like he was able to do with Tevin Farmer because Tevin Farmer I think kind of took him lightly.
Mm-hmm.
I think with Lamar Roach because Lamar Roach is more of a counter puncher. He'll sit back and be defensively sound and he'll pick his shots. So I think with Floyd, you would see more. Okay, this fight is going to tell us what he really has because he's not going to be able to just go in there and just bully Lamont Roach like that. Because regardless of how people say Lamont Roach ain't known, he hasn't fought nobody until he fought Tank or whatever have you. Lamont Roach can fight. And I told people that when the Tank Davis fight was made. I said, nah, I got Tank Davis winning, but Lamont Roach can fight. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to him, but that man can fight.
Nah,
So Lamont Roach
Lamont can run.
is not a slouch.
Nah, Lamont is not a slouch. I just want to say Floyd Mayweather's other namesake, Floyd Castro Diaz, is fighting on the Zuffa boxing card this Friday. And
Fact.
that card is kind of fire.
Cash
I
flow.
don't know if y'all seen it. Yeah. That's
Callum pissed me off a little
it's,
bit last time with Vargas, but yeah, he didn't show
what
up.
you think about him versus Ocampo?
I don't want to put no faith in Callum again. I did that last fight with Vargas and he just did not show up. So I don't know. I don't really know what to think about that fight, to be honest. I want to watch it.
You think he might
Yeah,
get upset?
I thought he was gonna watch Vargas. I'm not gonna lie. I was. I'm sorry. Like of the Vargas brothers, I only think that one has potential to be the goods. But yo, the way that fight took place, there were opportunities and he just didn't take advantage of them. And I don't know how that's gonna factor into this next fight. I agree with Shaba in that take.
He went to straight to sleep. Callum did. I don't know what was going on with dude.
Yeah, so Troy Nash is on this card. There's some other people on this card. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. It's a lot of action. Yeah, this card is fire, y'all. Hold on, let me see. This is worth a watch if y'all got Paramount Plus. I think a lot of people Paramount Plus is like almost and kind of included in Prime. No, I think it's not mine. It's separate. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I have Paramount Plus right now. Hold on, let me look at this card. So the first Zuffa boxing card, this was on it. Troy Nash, Robert Merriweather the third. Shout out Robert Merriweather, friend of the show. You already know he was on here cooking with us. Emiliano Cardenas, you got Floyd Diaz, cash flow. Omar Trinidad is on this card versus Max Orenales. Orenales had a real good fight with, let me see who it was. I know y'all saw that. He fought Floyd Diaz. They had a split decision. That's who gave Floyd Diaz that really tough fight. And that was back in 2023. Okay, so he's fighting Trinidad. Then you got Misael Rodriguez, who I believe is the Mexican Olympian, Robert Garcia fighter. Undefeated guy. He's fighting Austin Donata, who's undefeated. And then you got Kane Sandoval versus Julian Rodriguez, which y'all know is a good fight. Julian Rodriguez just stopped Avius Griffin. And then Callum Walsh is going to be fighting Carlos Ocampo. Good card. First card, real good card.
It'll be all right.
You just don't like Callum. But I'm just thinking, you know what I'm saying?
No,
That's
I do like Callum. That's the whole point. I like him, and he
let you
kind of
down.
let me down.
Yeah, not only that, she just don't know how the fight's gonna play
I
out.
think it's a decent card for diehard boxing fans. It's just not a
Mhm.
card for the casuals. It's a decent card for diehard boxing fans. For the casuals, casuals like, man, I don't know none of these people.
I think it's gonna be good. Here's my thing, I guess, because it's their first card, and I kind of maybe I'm expecting too much for their opening card. I thought it would be more of
I don't
some
even know if
bangers.
they
Something
got
fall. Did
Paramount
a
Plus.
fight fall out?
Yeah, one did. Butayev and Serhii Boychuk fell off.
One
That's
didn't make the.
that's
What your
I
boy?
mean,
That
we
would have
got
been big.
Maritime Cruise this weekend, so when I weigh that and we talk about a damn good card, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be good. For to me, it seemed like something that would be once they've already got going. But hey, that's who they got over there. I'm gonna watch
She's
them.
saying the when you grand open something, usually that ish is decorated, it's decked out,
Banger.
it's promoted. You know, they got deals galore. They got that's just intriguing. And she's saying for that to be the grand and opening event for the company and for their
Start off as kick off the Zuffa. Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah.
yeah, for their branding of boxing, it's not something that's going to be like wowing you. That being the case, might be great fights, man. They might incentivize the fights to make it even more competitive. Who knows? But
Yeah,
like she said,
I'm gonna
it's
tap in to
juxtaposed.
see how it look. I'm gonna tap in to see how it look, but
For sure.
I gotta double check to see if I got Paramount Plus. I don't even know if I got it. Matter of fact, I know I don't got it. I know I don't. I gotta see how much it is because I'm not trying to pay for another streaming app. I gotta see how
Okay.
much it is.
And that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? You're streaming the fights
How
too.
much is Paramount Plus?
If you're streaming, it should be like this stream, free. Niggas should tap in.
I was trying to figure out why it's not on the zone if Turkey does business with the zone or he partners with the zone or whatever they said he was with the zone or whatever. Why is it not on the zone? Why we got to put it on Paramount Plus?
Because
You know what I'm
TK
Nah.
saying?
Zuffa's
Hey, listen, it's free today. We charging tomorrow.
Ooh.
Paramount Plus is $8.99 a month right now. If you want to ad free, it's 14 a month.
Well, I'm gonna have to stop my daggone membership with one of these YouTubers that I
Hey,
I'm gonna have to stop my membership so I can
hey,
get Paramount Plus.
hey.
Damn.
So, shower.
Mm.
Once again, your favorite troll is up there to letting you know that you showing preferential treatment. Saying the type of card that Zuffa got is usually right up your alley. What changed?
Who's my favorite troll? Oh, my brother Carrier. Again, Carrier. No, because I do. I love all boxing. I think I just had an expectation for, and it's probably just out of spite for people like Marky Dan to be talking stuff about how great Zuffa is. I'm like, well, come with some hard hitting. When I think about Callum Walsh's last fight, when I think about Ocampo getting whooped up on, like that is a main. It doesn't excite me in that sense. I love boxing, so I'm gonna watch it. Nothing's changed in that sense. I'm just like I'm not wowed by the title fight. Like I
Let me shout out Champ Ross. Shout out to the Pick'em League, man. Y'all follow Champ Ross, get into the Pick'em League. So this weekend, this is who we looking at. Amari Jones versus Jerome Baxter. He's gonna be on the Raymond Mortai, Andy Cruz on the card. Also, we got Israel Madrimov back versus Luis Salazar, 20
Now,
wins, one loss fighter.
The best at 5'4", B3, the best at 5'4".
I do want to see Amari Jones. I do like Amari
Mhm.
Jones. I do want to see him. That's
damn.
You know,
probably the
Amari Jones is
only
nice.
fight.
That
He
card.
probably the only fighter on that card that I'm actually looking forward to seeing.
You don't want to see
Now,
Andy free?
is that
Shoot.
on? That's on the matchroom card.
Yeah, that's the main event.
Yeah. Khalil Cole and
Oh no
Hard.
no no no! I thought you were saying Amari Jones was on the Zuffa boxing.
Oh no,
No
Omari.
no
No, this is Omari Jones, the Olympian. The
oh no
the
no no!
one that Eddie
I know
Hearnstein.
I'm
Out of
definitely.
Florida.
I got the zone. I paid $45 because of your ass. So I got the
Yeah, I
zone.
know. I
Because of
know.
your ass, bro.
Listen, we can't
That
get
nigga,
out
that
of it
nigga
either.
B3 talk. He kept telling me to get the daggone. Go ahead, just go ahead and pay the $45. He ended up talking me into getting it for the Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney fight. So I ended up paying the. I signed up for the membership for $45. So so I could watch that fight. Because at first I wasn't gonna do it. I was gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch it. I was like, man, I'm not gonna pay this joint. But
I
then
tell you what, free for
B3 kept telling me,
$45, I call every DAZN fight. You just cancel with them and put it on B3 Picks TV. I call every DAZN fight from here on out.
Shit, they ain't gonna let
yeah,
you get past that.
that's exactly what I'm doing.
You
That's
gotta like
exactly what
wait a
I'm doing.
couple months or something.
Damn, that for listen. I tried to cancel. I was like,
You
they like,
can't.
man, they really locked us in on that.
Yeah, they can't. Even on the
You can't even cancel it.
$29.99, you can't just cancel. You gotta wait like 2 or 3 months. I was like, I never signed no contract for that. They full of it. The zone.
Yeah.
I tell you what, at the end of this daggone year, I will be canceling it.
Okay.
Right. We can wait till November. But that's why I'm like, and that's why I've been pushing. I was like, nigga, this Devin Haney better come back. Like, we need a Haney fight. I want all 12 pay-per-views. We need
I
about
need to
3
see
Haney
Devin
fights and 3
Haney.
Benavidez fights.
I need to see
For
Devin
real.
Haney, Shakur, Jerron Bucenas. I need to see them niggas fight at least 2 times each. They got to fight at least 2 times each. Devin fought once already. I need another fight out of you. T.O. and Shakur about to fight. I need to see another fight out of Shakur. Now I need Jerron Bucenas to put on 2 fights. That way I could get
Yeah.
at least 6 fights out of these guys.
And
This
we
year is
gonna
up.
see Raymond Ford, all of them dudes over there with Eddie, because Eddie's right in league with TKO and not Zuffa, but Turkey. So all them matchroom dudes, get your butts up there. I want to see Crocker.
We going
Matter of fact, at this point, you can put every one of those damn fights on pay-per-view on Matchroom. I got the $45. It's free for me. Put every one of them on
Talk
pay-per-view.
about it, D Free. Shit, you might as well get some.
hey, listen, we about to push Haney. We about to push Haney to Matchroom. But listen, hold on. Let me just say this. Matchroom is still working out an agreement with the zone as well. So they haven't finalized their new deal. So that's
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
Oh shit.
you know
Here
he's
we go. Here we go.
good. He's good with Turkey.
He is, but here's the situation.
He's good with Matchroom too. Eddie, he'll make it work.
So
Eddie
now
gonna
peep
make it work.
this. I haven't seen them even push the ultimate bundle, right? They probably don't have to because they probably got a lot of people to pull up on that Haney Norman Benavidez, and then they was pushing Conor Ben Eubank Jr., right? So that's $540 a person.
Mm.
So if they got for the year, so if they can lock in, let's say they locked in 2.5 million, right? Let's get locked in 2.5 million people into the ultimate package. That's 1.3 billion back right there for the year, just on 2.5 million people locking into the bundle. Now, of course, they may do higher numbers than that. This is the zone. They got Ryan, they got Devin, they got Benavidez, so Bam, you know what I mean? They pretty much got everybody. Boost Ennis.
Exactly. They got
So they got everybody outside of Tank. That's the only person I have not seen fight on the zone. Oh, and he fought with Ryan on the zone, in that co-promotion. But so he fought on the zone as well at least once. So they running it up. They don't probably have to do nothing. They gonna give us our 12 pay-per-views so we don't do no
Yo,
class action lawsuit.
and then
And
you got Frank with all the heavyweights. You're gonna see that on the zone.
all
but
of
like,
it. Yep.
but like Champ said, they just don't cover boxing. They cover all sports. So they making money
Good
hand
point.
over foot with that because motorsport is
Great
big
point.
over there, soccer big over there. All that stuff, man. So they hell cricket big over there, man. They cover that ish, dog.
So
So
the zone is pretty much gonna take over sports. They're trying to at least.
yeah, they're trying to, and
Just from a global perspective.
But it's okay for me because it's centralized, so I'm not mad at that. But they need to take the prices down, at least for you guys that's doing that bundle. Because their bundle, I refuse to pay. That's $600 off top. And then if they go over the 12 fights that they promised to give you within that bundle, you're paying also for them. So if you got a $70 card after the 12 fights, Now you paying $670 for a year. Like, I only watch
Well,
boxing.
well, this is what they said. They guaranteeing us 12 pay-per-view events.
Yeah, that's what I say. But once they go
So
over to 12, then what? Then you're paying 600 and whatever else for them extra 12 fights, or beyond the 12 fights. Excuse me.
I feel like we wouldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do a fight that's not covered in the budget. But I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they're gonna run. I mean, it's gonna run. I think it's just gonna be business as usual when you got that type of money coming in, especially when you get the fan interest. So like, yeah, people here are gonna hear us say that the bundle locks you in for a year, but that doesn't mean it doesn't sound better than doing $75 or $80 in one night. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say like the Ryan Barrios fight come up. People gonna lock in or have to either buy that fight or they gonna lock in. So he said we got 3 pay-per-views. Yeah, well, we got the Devin Haney pay-per-view. We had the Chris Eubank Jr. and then we had the excuse me, the Inouye, the Monster Inouye card, the Riyadh card. So that was 3. Then we receiving the Shakur Tiafimo on January 31st. That's gonna be 4. The Ryan Barrios on February 21st. That's gonna be 5. And March hasn't finalized, but I'm pretty sure the Chisora Wilder is probably gonna be a pay-per-view. Maybe
That's
not.
not going to be the zone though. I don't believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
somebody
see.
else doing that. Okay.
Not if he's trying to lock in with Zufa Usyk. Oh yeah. You said Chisora.
Wait. You said Usyk is trying to lock in with Zuffa?
Well,
Yeah,
Zuffa's trying to lock him in. So yeah, for sure. They talking to him.
but Chisora Wilder. First of all, that's not even going to be in San Fran. From
Nah,
what
that's gonna
I've
be
been
in the
told.
UK. Chisora Wilder's in the UK.
No, I was talking about the Usyk Wilder, but yeah, that one's gonna be in London. You're right, Chisora. So that probably will be. You're right. That'll probably be the zone, and it will be pay per view.
How many fights they believe he got left? Because I think at the Wilder, if Wilder can get through Trezor, that'll be his last fight. I think at the
For
Wilder,
real?
he's gonna shut it down. Yeah, I think he's shutting down after that.
Chisora.
He
Is
went
he?
No, no,
with
no, no,
Usyk,
no,
right?
no, 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 no. If Wilder can get through Chisor
Hmm.
and get to Usyk, that will literally be Usyk's last fight. I don't believe he fights ever again after that because he had knocked off everybody of his era.
Well, he did. He did reach out to Andy Ruiz before Wilder. I don't
Usyk
know what
did?
happened with that. Yeah, I don't know what happened with it. But Andy had came out and said that Usyk offered me a fight. So it looks to me like Usyk's trying to fight the guys of his era, or you know what I mean, to go out. Andy could possibly be one last hurrah after Wilder, depending on what happened, right?
Depending on
Yeah, I
what
mean,
happened.
we all will, always like to see Andy Ruiz compete. It's just he's coming off of that bad performance with Big Baby Miller. So to get the shot at the title, I mean, I guess I understand it though, from a business perspective. If they do it out in California, you know,
Well, yeah, well, that like that dynamic, it works, bro. Like you know how they feel about certain demographics fighting one another, and it's still Wilder. Like his name still, even though he ain't been Wilder, he still carry weight with his name. And you got Usyk, who everybody knows is top dog at the thing. They could sell that fight. It wouldn't be the fight that I would like to see, but it's Wilder getting paid in the ring one more time, and hopefully he can train for this and get himself ready for it, so it can be somewhat of a good show.
How y'all feel about Chisora being a dang tune-up for Usyk, man? Technically. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. Yeah, no, that's it. He's gonna be a tune-up.
I think Chisora is dangerous because he comes
hold
to
on.
fight.
Exactly.
I think Wilder gonna knock. I think Wilder gonna stop War Chisora.
If he's right though, B3. If he's right, we haven't seen
Yeah,
a
I'm picking
good.
him. Story.
I think he'll be okay. I mean, we saw what he did with Herndon. And he got a different look with Don House. It's just Chisora is dangerous. Chisora remind me of like that style is like Joe Frazier like, and that damn overhand right. I know y'all remember him knocking Otto Wallin across half the ring that last fight.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I put it on. Hold on, let me run it. Let me run it for y'all. Yes, we can get something going. Hold on, let me run it.
Deontay Wilder, what is this? Two legends of the sport, two icons. The UK versus the US. Oh.
Behind the head. To Brazil for adding the character and throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Dazn.
It's jabbed by Wilder now. Thus far, Dazn hasn't shown the work rate. He's hitting. And Dazn goes down! Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round, and Dazn down for the second time. There's hammering here in round one. He is Ragnar-rocking Dazn!
He's out. He's out cold.
Wow.
Well, we got Coach Eddie of ATL fame in the building, bro. Let him go and get his stuff off.
Salute, brothers. How y'all doing this fine afternoon, man?
Can't complain. Can't complain about yourself.
Man, I can't complain, brother. Man, I'm just cooking. I'm listening to you brothers cook, man, on a lot of different topics, man. Y'all hitting on some y'all hitting on all cylinders this morning, man. I mean, this afternoon.
Dang,
Talk about this.
Your brother just cooking, Coach.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they cooking, man. Just on the state of boxing.
She said just the brothers cooking, Coach. Like,
my fault. My fault. The queen also. Don't forget about the queen. I forgot. Excuse me. Pardon me. So it's quick. So the cooking also every day, all day. But just the state of boxing, just some intriguing matchups, and how I've been watching boxing all my life, man. Ever since I was a youngin', man. I'm talking about. I remember some of the matches from the Olympics. From the '84 Olympics, '88 Olympics, '92 Olympics. No, it was prime time. '96 Olympics. Those were our guys that we looked for and that we followed throughout the whole career. And there was some greats come through that Olympic class right there, especially that '84 Olympic team. That probably was the best Olympic team we ever assembled in the United States. They had some bad boys on there, some heavy hitters. The Pernell Whitaker, the Meredith Taylor, the Mark Breland, of course, Evander Holyfield, Tyrell Biggs. What a squad, man. I'm leaving a few brothers off, but just the state of boxing just changed, man. Even my wife, we was talking about this yesterday. My wife don't watch boxing no more. She was watching boxing, when Floyd was boxing, Roy, Winky Wright, Holyfield, Tyson. She said, I don't know nobody no more. They ain't created no stars no more. And it made me think, you know what? She was a boxing fan, now she don't watch it no more. And not only that, when HBO and Showtime, they went out of business. Everybody tuned in for HBO. Yeah, HBO After Dark. You had HBO Championship Boxing. And every now and then, if the fight was worthy, let me reiterate that. Worthy, it was on pay-per-view. And that was an event. And that was a cookout. And that was a fight party. And everybody came over. We kicked it and we celebrated, whatever the case may be. Some people rooted for this guy, other people rooted for that guy, but it was an event. They had watered down the boxing to the point that they think every fight is a pay-per-view matchup, and it's not. To the point where you won't even look. People who don't even look at boxing anymore because If you tell me something is pay per view, that means it should be special. It's reserved for those special fighters who can put the butts in the seat. Who's a big draw, and not only that, who's going to deliver. Not just put the butts in the seat, because once you put the butt in the seat, you got to deliver the outcome that people want to see. Whether it's a knockout or whether it's just a good performance or two guys that's in there putting on that really, really want to win. A well matched up fight, you know, 50-50 affair. We don't know who the winner's going to be. That what pay-per-view was reserved for, not this stuff that they've been giving us. So that allows somebody like Turkey Al-Sheikh, Dana White to come in and infiltrate the game, which is they're doing nothing different than any other promoter's done. Because boxing has always been the wild, wild west. It is always catered to whoever got the money, whoever got control of the network, whoever got control of the fighters. That's boxing. Can't unionize it. It's too doesn't have any standards, or what's the word I'm looking for? No requirements. There is no requirement for you to be a professional boxer other than you just go down there and fill out a goddamn application and get a license. You don't have to be good to be a professional boxer. You have to be good to be a professional football player. You have to be good to be a professional basketball player, baseball player. You don't have to be good to be a professional boxer. That's why you can't unionize it, because there's no skill set. You don't have to have a skill set. You can just sign up and you're in there. So it's a lot, but you know, it is what it is. HBO, Showtime, they went out of business, and we got to blame the promoters for this, not putting on the best fights, not making the best guy, not making the best fight the best. That will kind of help ruin the sport a little bit. Now I still watch boxing, but it lost its luster because we're not getting the matchup. Same thing with the Jerron Ennis and Ortiz fight. This fight should be happening, but who's putting up the roadblock? A promoter standing in the way, quote, supposedly a promoter standing in the way of this fight going down. So, man, the state of boxing is always strong because we got a good matchup. I'm looking forward to the matchup on the 31st January. That's a stat card, in my opinion. And Turkey Al-Sheikh's kind of taking a page out of Don King's playbook. He putting on a lot of good fighters on the same card, and that's good. That's good for boxing right there. It's gonna make
Coach
everybody.
Eddie,
Yes, sir.
what's going on, man? My bad. I'm moving around. My audio was out. Talk to me about this Oscar De La Hoya and Vergil Ortiz. What's your thoughts? Do you feel like Oscar is going to sell the company, get out of boxing? I mean, or do you feel like he's going to find an exclusive rights deal for Goldenboy?
Where you gonna find it from, man? You know what I'm saying? The network's getting out the game. It seemed like you got the streaming service, the streaming platform. So, and Oscar De La Hoya, you know, he may be following the path of Floyd. Because Floyd wasn't really an active promoter. Maybe Oscar De La Hoya is fed up with the whole game. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what's going on with that ship over there, man. I hate to lose another promotion company because Goldenboy, like him or not, they did add a platform to showcase some fighters. So I heard something about him and Al Heyman supposedly getting together, trying to do some things, man. So hopefully they can get that ironed out. But like I say, Al Heyman, he's an old gentleman, you know what I mean? I know he got somebody that's gonna take over the company, but I just don't know. It's a question mark. Like right now, this fight should be happening with the Vergil Ortiz and Boots fight. Man, to me, I think that's the biggest fight that's the biggest fight we can put on in America right now. I can't think of any fight that's bigger than that right now, other than maybe, I don't know. I can't even say Tank because Tank got this situation that he got to deal with. So I don't even want to throw him in the mix because he got some problems and some things he got to straighten out. But I can't think. I think that's the biggest fight right now in America right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Coach.
I got a
Marky
question.
Dan,
I got a
go
question
ahead,
for
D.
y'all,
Go
man.
ahead, friend.
Leo.
Would y'all say Abdullah Mason is the guy to beat at 135 now that Tank has his issues and he's been removed as the champion, and Shakur's at 140 and he's probably not going to come back down? Would y'all say Abdullah Mason is the guy to beat at 135?
I would, yeah.
Funny how a couple months changed a lot of stuff.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like he's the
just
most
looking at it,
marketable. He's
yeah,
the
that's
most
it.
top tier prospect right now. I mean, well, champion at this point. He's the most marketable. He's the guy that's kind of in the driver's seat when you're talking about who do you want to see win or lose. Who do you want to see perform? And he beat pretty much the top 135 already from the UK and Sam Noakes. So we just got to see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get the Padley fight. I want to see Abdullah versus Josh Padley. Maybe.
I want to see Abdullah versus the winner of Raymond Muratalla and Andy Cruz.
Hello. Like that.
Like Keyshawn Davis need to fight Andy Cruz. They got history together. They need to get it on. They
Man,
need to take
Keyshawn
it.
talking about he ain't fighting Andy Cruz unless Andy Cruz knock out Raymond Muratalla. He said he knock
Man,
out
that's
Raymond
duck talk.
Muratalla. That's what he
And,
said. He said he knock him out, he'll come back down to 35 and fight him.
nah,
If
see,
Andy Cruz, what? What you say, Free?
No, Keyshawn said if Andy Cruz knocks out Raymond Muratalla, he'll come back down to 35 and fight Andy Cruz.
Man, he probably still drinking.
He need to go on somewhere. Knock it off. Just go on up and do whatever you're gonna do.
Nah, Padley is a pretty good fighter. Respectfully, I mean.
yeah, he
I don't
decent.
know. I mean,
Apparently
listen.
decent.
He's
All we
game.
want, Abdul is he still 21?
Yeah.
Or is he
I
20?
believe so.
Hey,
Yeah, he's one.
that's what he said. I'm not saying he's going to do that, Bella. That's what he said in the interview. I didn't say it. He
Yeah, he
said it.
did say that, but he needs to go on up to 47 and do whatever he's gonna do. Like he be all over the place right about now. I don't know how I feel about him.
Man, listen, Abdullah 21. I watch him fight anybody. He can fight anybody. It don't. My whole thing is about activity. So these guys, if we can get Abdullah on a Fury card in March, I'll take Abdullah Padley.
Yo, B3, I think that Abdullah need to do anything he can do to defend his belt and possibly try to
Let me
unify.
look at the WBO real quick. Let's
Joe
see what's going
Cordina
on.
is right there. He's probably
Oh,
gonna
Joe
get a fight
Cordina.
before
Nice.
Padley. Although I do like Padley. Again, Padley beat what is that guy's name? Right before he fought Shakur.
Mark Chamberlain.
Chamberlain. He
Yeah,
beat the snot out of Mark. So
he did.
I liked him from there. The fact that he stepped in with 2 days notice and was in shape and game. I respect Padley, man. I don't be doing that plumber talk.
Yeah, he not as bad as everybody make him. But like I said, that's because people over sensationalize stuff because they hate the fighter that they doing it with, man. I mean, I don't understand the weird stuff, bro, but it is what it is, man. And certain fighters gonna get talked down upon because they fought certain fighters. That being the case, all I want that boy to do is defend his belt, hopefully try to unify the belt, move up, because there was commentary the last time that Keyshawn was on the stage about you don't want this wreck here. I think he should go to where Keyshawn is and go on to get that wreck that he said he was walking away from.
He can't do that.
I think
He can't do that.
Keyshawn may lose his next fight. I ain't
Hello.
confident. I ain't confident in Keyshawn.
Come
I'm not
on,
confident
coach.
in him.
Come on, coach.
You think
Jermaine ain't no punk.
Keyshawn, you think it's true what they say or what Keyshawn said rather? You know, he carries around a water bottle full of gasoline and vodka.
Nah, that he said that he was dealing with
That's his
something like
problem.
that in his past. Yeah.
That's his problem. You know who else used to drink too? The dude by the name of Bob Foster. Bob Foster used to drink beer every day. Every single day. So all this, you drink, hey, that's on
Joe
you, bro.
Frazier. Matter of fact, Bob Foster said Joe Frazier used to drink with a whole cup of whiskey before he'd get in the
Hey, I'm gonna
ring.
tell you like this. It's called discipline. That you can't turn around and make an excuse why this and that. that means you wasn't disciplined. You didn't have the discipline to be serious about your own career. So you can't turn around. And I never understood why months later, after all the stuff that happened, you want to come out and say, oh, well, this is the reason why this happened. It doesn't even matter at this point. You did what you did. You're at 140. Focus on 140 and Jermaine Ortiz, and then we'll see what happens after that. You talking about stuff that you did back when you was at 135 and all this other stuff. That stuff is irrelevant now. We didn't move on from there. We care less.
Let me tell you something about Keyshawn. Keyshawn is borderline height. He's borderline because he's fast track. He don't have a lot of fights. His opponents were handpicked. So we're gonna see. I don't know yet. We're gonna see though.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see. This fight is a test for sure. This fight right here, I think, besides the Nair Albright, I think this is his toughest fight.
I'm about to say this is, in my opinion, this is his toughest fight to date. I think Jermaine Ortiz. I think Jermaine Ortiz beat Albright. I think he'll beat Albright if they was to fight.
Too.
So I think this is his toughest test out of all the opponents he had. I don't think none of them will beat Jermaine Ortiz.
I don't agree. I don't believe so either. I think that and I say that I think Albright was his toughest opponent to date. I think this is his toughest opponent by far. And if he ain't right, he gonna go in there and he gonna find out this is gonna be a really long night for him in that ring with Ortiz. Ortiz not chopped liver at all. He's really good. He just gotta seal the deal. He just has trouble sealing the deal, but he's good.
I mean, well, I think with the Loma fight, it wasn't even that. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Matter of fact, this is the first opponent since the Olympics that he fought an actual boxer. The last time he fought a boxer was Andy Cruz.
Y'all don't think Miguel Madueño gave him a dang good fight too?
Gave him a good fight, but he wasn't. I mean, like I said, I'm talking about an actual boxer.
I know you're talking about the boxer. Thomas was saying
it was a good fight, Shawa, but it was a lot of extracurricular activity in that fight too. Just where it was actually just punches, evading punches, like setting up punches, moving around your opponent. The Nair Albright fight was the only fight where I thought he was challenged in that level. I thought that the Dueno was a tough fight because he had to fight through some difficulties and some.
Yeah, because Madueño's pressure, I think Nair did catch him for sure. We saw that. I thought Madueño caught him once in there too. I gotta watch it.
But I would like to hear what you were about to say about the Loma fight because I have an opinion on the Loma fight as well too.
Oh, that's for Jermaine. I feel like Jermaine beat Loma.
I did too.
Now, when it comes to Tio fight, I think technically he was more technical. I just feel like I honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like he won that fight. But he should have done a little bit more by way of throwing shots and making it look good for the judges.
I thought he won Tio as well too.
The Tio fight to me was similar to it, not as bad, but similar to the Shakur versus
De Los Santos.
My guy.
Ortiz.
Yeah, De Los Santos. It wasn't enough action. I don't think he did enough to win the fight. So I wasn't upset that Tio won. I didn't feel like he was robbed anything because I don't think he did enough. He did a little bit too much movement and not enough action.
Yeah, that's why I said more shots. But I don't think Tio did either, for that matter. That's why I
don't think Tio did anything in the fight.
Me neither.
I agree with that, but see, I'm from the old school. You gotta beat the champion in order to take the belt from him. You can't just go in there,
but it's not a technically a rule.
Land a couple of shots.
That's why I don't trust the judges. It was going based off that man's name.
Same amount of shots. They landed roughly the same amount of shots.
I'm gonna have to go look at the.
I have to question CompuBox because I thought that Tio did a lot of activity, but no actual achieving with this activity.
A lot of chasing.
Yeah, a lot of chasing, a lot of posturing,
There you
telling
go.
the crowd to, man, yo, when you tell the crowd, suck yo, you know you didn't do right.
He didn't cut that ring off on that man.
He couldn't do anything in that ring, man. I thought that Ortiz definitely should have threw more punches because he had him off balance all fight long. But what he did do, I thought was enough. I feel you, D3. I agree with what you say too.
I think he's gonna have problems against Shakur. That's the reason why I think he's gonna have problems against Shakur. T.O. don't know how to cut the ring off. I've never seen T.O. able to cut the ring off successfully.
So I agree with the cut the ring off.
Man, he has a problem cutting the ring off.
But there's something to this fight that's a little bit different. It's going to be, and that is that T.O. is gonna supposedly have a new coach in the corner.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how that plays out because he's gonna need some direction in that fight to get Shakur. I'm not gonna lie.
This man will give him direction for sure. He's supposed to have Stacey McKinley in his corner.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I like Stacey.
That's what's up.
Stacey's been around the game a long time.
A long time, right? And he definitely has the know-how. It's just that will T.O. be able to execute what the heck he's being told?
And will his dad interfere with this? Is he gonna still be in the corner?
I imagine so.
I hear
I'm gonna
what
tell you
you're saying,
something.
but
Stacey got Ricardo Mayorga. He the one that coached him to beat Vernon Forrest twice.
But the real question is, if T.O.'s having problem and the new trainer or whoever y'all said is going to be in his corner, if he's telling T.O. what to do, is T.O. going to listen? That's the question, because T.O. never had anybody new in his corner telling him what to do.
Yeah, that's what I said. But he's worked with Stacey from being a team. Like they're familiar with each other. But I'm like, will he execute what he's told once he gets out there? But here's the thing too, and I know it's cliche and everybody says it. I've been saying it. When it really matters, T.O. step up. And it's only been like twice, right, that it really counted, and he got the job done. But we are talking about Shakur.
Yeah, I mean,
right there.
Me personally, I'm still in the mindset that this is going to be a boring fight. Neither one of these guys is going to want to make a mistake, so it's not going to be a lot of action. I think in order for T.O. to win this fight, he has to press the action. The only problem is his come forward style is worse than Shakur's defensive style. So he coming forward, he's not that good. Shakur is good on the back foot, and he's a better defensive fighter than T.O. as a come forward fighter. So I think that's the only chance that T.O. has to win is by being aggressive, because he's not going to be able to box with Shakur. Shakur has no problem with this fight being a boring fight, and he just picking his shots.
Something tell me it ain't going to be. I thought about it possibly being boring because both of them like to counter. T.O. also got a step back game, if that's what you want to call it, jump back. But we just know that Shakur is more efficient and it flows better with him, right? I just I think something tells me we might, because I don't know. I don't think Shakur gonna go nowhere. I think he's gonna sit there in the pocket again. Not like Zepeda. Maybe something like what's his name? Herring. I think he's gonna bang. I think he's gonna fight with this man.
Hopefully it's like the Yoshida. What Yoshino fight? If he fights like that, would make for a very good fight. If he's able to do what he did with Yoshino in the ring.
I could agree with Shower, like the Jamel Herring fight. I could see it going like that as well, because Jamel Herring was trying to press the action on Shakur. It's just he couldn't do anything with Shakur defense. Every time Jamel tried to do something, Shakur was able to counter him. And then Jamel, I mean, he just got frustrated.
Yeah,
it's two holes. It's two holes for sure that T.O. got. He leaves his lead hand down, so them right check hooks, he's gonna be good for that and his body, and Shakur knows how to get to the body.
Yeah, that nigga
Really
lead with
don't
his
gotta
head
go
too.
nowhere. He could just sit there and pick that man apart.
Yeah, he lead with his head. He
I
steps
think it's
over
gonna
his
be a
feet.
hard fight. This is gonna be a super hard fight. This is not gonna be an easy fight by no means.
How you see it then, Coach?
Well, I'm just saying. To me, T.O. checks more boxes than Stevenson does. If you line the boxes up, the power, I would give that to T.O. I think T.O.'s faster. I think he's faster than Shakur. I think he has a better athlete than Shakur. I think he has more experience than Shakur on championship level. I think he's fought better opposition, has a better resume. Not only that, he lost also. You learn more from your losses than you do your wins. In my opinion, the only advantage that Shakur has is the defense and his IQ. And to me, that's it. Now, is that enough to get the job done? Possibly. But as far as like it being a boring match and you got two guys sitting there, afraid, quote unquote, afraid to pull the trigger or whatever, I'm not sure that Shakur is punching like that you're going to be apprehensive to pull the trigger. And I think T.O. is more of he'll take more chances than Shakur is. Shakur is very calculated. Shakur is not. He's not Andre Ward. He's not Andre Ward. Andre Ward, he'll find a way to beat you, even if he goes down. He'll get up. He'll dog you out. And Shakur, I keep bringing up the De Los Santos fight. I got to bring that up because that is an elephant in the room. I don't care all the excuses, whatever you said. I don't care what the excuses were. That was a cowardly performance right there, in my opinion.
It could be a cowardly performance. It could be. At the end of the day, Shakur won the fight.
I think I put the onus on both of them.
At the end of the day, it's about winning. Yeah, the fans want it to be exciting. The fans want to see this or that. But for the fighters in the ring, at the end of the day, it's about winning.
And that's why the sport is where it is right now. Because it's all about winning. Win it, you don't win it, don't matter. If we put you to sleep.
The sport is the way it is. The sport is the way it is because of certain circumstances. But at the end of the day, it's always been about winning. You want to win. There's not a single fighter in there say, I'm gonna go out there and lose, but I'm gonna go guns blazing. No, they're going in there to win.
That ain't what I'm saying.
They're gonna do whatever they need to do to win.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he hasn't shown the ability. He may show this ability. He may show that he is able to get it off the canvas. Let's say he gets dropped. Is he gonna let that knockdown detour him, or he's gonna say, "Okay, I got dropped. Let me bite down and let me go get this win," like Andre Ward did when he fought Sergey Kovalev. Like so many greats have done, who got dropped, who got put on their pockets, and then got up and say, "You bit down and went out there and got the job done." Shakur may have that. It's yet to be seen, but nobody's that good that we never seen him wobble. We never seen him hurt. Noticeably. We never seen him drop. Nobody's that good at boxing. He hasn't fought the right person yet. This may be an opportunity that we get to see another side of Shakur go through some adversity. Because that's how we know if our fighters are really good. Adversity. Nobody's that good when you don't go through adversity.
You said something about the power. Do you think Shakur punches harder than Kambosos?
I do.
I think it's all about the if you're expecting it or not. Like sometimes you can get dropped just because you don't see the punch coming.
No. I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying it for that. And I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to mention that part too. Because Shakur is a defensive fighter. If T.O. comes forward and he throws a big shot and leave himself off balance and Shakur sees the opening, Shakur's quick enough to land that shot before T.O. can get back on defense.
They're very similar. They have some similar attributes. It's not night and day. It's not like Shakur is levels above. They have some similar attributes.
No. I said they both counterpunchers. Counterpunchers, but Shakur is more defensively sound than T.O. is. They both counterpunchers.
Yeah, he understands distance and timing better than T.O. as well too. So in order for me for this fight, I'm glad that he does have McKinley in the corner because McKinley pays attention to every aspect of the opponent. So he looks at the feet. he looks at the tendencies with the feints when he throws punches. What punches he likes to throw off of this foot? What punches he likes to throw off of this feint? So they can be prepared for that type stuff. That being said, he's gonna have to first and foremost be uncomfortable to get in there and create the distance problem for Shakur, so that he can actually start getting off the combinations and the punches he needs to get him down. If he can get Shakur down early, then it plays into his hands. Now Shakur has to come to him.
And we don't know that he hasn't also been working on those aspects already in camp, so that he's more familiar with it. He doesn't have to get in there and kind of learn that on the fly. Either way, he's going to have to make adjustments in the ring. But we can't also forget that he worked with Freddie a little bit for this fight with Roach. So it's just going to be interesting all around for me. I can't wait. And I hope McKinley's in the corner. I don't know what he's going to do with Pops.
And I hope his Pops is nowhere near the corner. He don't need that static in his life. He don't need that frequency mess up.
You know he's going to be there.
Because I'll tell you one thing. I mean, Shakur is good at timing. He's good at distance, and he's good at predicting the predictions. I mean, identifying the what is the word I'm looking for? Where they repeat the repetitive nature of the fight.
Pattern.
There you go. Yeah. Identifying the pattern. And unfortunately, like Shawa said about Tio, he has a pattern, and it doesn't deviate no matter what. I don't hold anything against him in that Kambosos fight, because I know he mentally wasn't there that night. And, you know, he unfortunately went in there thinking that, you know, I'm still the takeover and that's going to be enough. And sometimes that's just not enough.
And he's gotten wins on that, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know he has to understand, and this is not going to be the case with this fight, though. He going to have to show up. You ain't getting no recognition over no Shakur.
And he's going to have to show the ability. Now, I agree with what Coach said. The boxes, if you were to line boxes up, he would check way more of the boxes. Well, not way more, but more of the boxes. But, you know, the box in between the ears, that's got to check out with Shakur. You got to be sharp here, because he's paying attention and he's calculating what you're doing and he's measuring what you're doing. And I haven't seen Tio adjust. And I mean, I'm not one to say that, you know, the fight against Zepeda with Shakur was a masterclass, but he did a lot of effective work making that man miss a lot, though. I thought he got hit a lot. I thought he got a whole lot more than what they said, too.
He did.
But he did make him miss enough where he could take advantage of it. And you said yourself, Shawa, that when he swings, he overcommits and leaves himself wide open. That's how Kambosos was able to catch him.
Yeah, especially that backhand. Good Lord. Oof.
Hey, we definitely building. Y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow.
But as far as the Keyshawn and my man Ortiz, I too, like Shawa, I thought he won the fight with Loma. I thought of all the people that fought Loma, that's common, I thought he had the best performance against him. It's just that last 5 rounds, because I thought he won the first 7. I thought the last 5 he lost badly. And I mean,
so that's what I'm saying. How could he have the best performance? So how can he perform better than Devin, in your opinion?
I know that's going to rub you the wrong way, but dog, I swear, Devin lost at least 5 straight rounds in that fight. At least. And you said he was 9-3, bro. I don't know how you look at that fight and see 9-3.
Devin Haney, we never seen Devin Haney lose no 5 straight rounds. Stop it. Come on, that's funny. Look at Prize. Look at Prize.
In the midst of that, though, B3, remember in the beginning of the 11th round, he said, I think he's figured me out, Dad. Remember that conversation?
Yeah, after whipping on him for 10 rounds.
Nah, dog, you can't be figuring people out and whipping on him for 9 of the 12 rounds and come to that conclusion, dog. He was losing some rounds, dog, like 5 consecutive.
He lost a couple of rounds.
Man, Devin too good of a fighter
But
to after a couple of rounds say,
if
I
y'all, and
think you
listen,
figured me out.
especially these guys saying that and Billy did, come on, man. We got to get some scoring criteria there. Everybody wants to score fights differently for their favorite fighter.
And there's only one way to score fights. That's why I can't go with that. I can't go with you got to beat the champion. That's not a official rule. There's one way to score, and there's 5 criteria for scoring round by round. Like, I don't know. It be pissing me off. CompuBox don't count. Punch stats don't count. It's not how
Jermaine
you
Ortiz,
score.
my bad, Shaw, but Jermaine Ortiz did look good in the Loma fight for the first couple rounds. But like
The first
Tio
7.
said, that back half,
That back
that
half
was
was,
bad.
ooh wee.
But if he won the first 7, it really shouldn't technically
It
matter.
shouldn't matter. You're right.
You're
It
supposed to
shouldn't.
score boxing matches in one way.
But if you don't close out the championship rounds, are you really a champion? And that's where I think he
Where
had
is
the
that in the
problem.
rule book, though? Where is it
Well,
in the
not
rule book?
it's
Championship
about
round?
perception though, because you can win the
Go
match
ahead.
but lose the fight, if that makes sense. Because we seen guys actually win the match, but they got destroyed. So yeah, on the court, on the books, yeah, you won the match, but you lost the fight because you got cooked.
So, Coach, did you have Loma beating Devin Haney?
Man, that fight was that fight was close, man. It was a really competitive fight, and I don't have a problem with Devin getting the win. I wouldn't have had a problem with Loma winning the fight.
Okay, Coach Eddie, do you believe he? Do you believe he? Oh my bad. Go ahead, D Free.
No, I was gonna say that fight was extremely close. I wasn't upset with the fight either way. I had it a draw, but I wasn't upset with how the fight was scored either way. If the judges would have gave it to Loma, I wouldn't have been upset. The judges gave it to Devin, I wasn't upset because myself, I had it a draw. It was close. It was close.
Yeah, I thought that they were gonna give it to Loma just because of some of the antics, like how Devin had pushed Loma. I said, "Oh, you down 2 rounds right now." I thought that was a huge mistake when he did that because I just thought they would look. Loma was the top ranked darling, so I figured that they was gonna give him the edge if the fight was close. So I was really surprised that Devin got his hand raised because the fight was close. And I figured, well, the fight's this close, they're gonna give it to Loma. But
And see, now
they
here's the
gave it to Devin.
situation, right? See, hold on, somebody got a little background. Let me
Oh, that's me. That's my grandkids.
see here's the situation, right? When I'm scoring fights, man, I'm scoring effective aggression, clean, and effective punching as well. Now defense as well, ring generalship, of course, right? Now maybe because Devin had the size advantage or whatever, I was scoring that work, that effective body work. That was now Loma was doing a lot of work in spurts, so I understand how you could watch certain parts of the fight and give Loma like say, okay, he did good at this part, he did good at that. But really, how many of them punches was effective to the point where Devin wasn't really getting back to what he was doing, which was the cleaner work, and the more consistent work. So, yeah.
I ain't mad at it, bro. Like I said, Devin winning is not a problem for me because it was a very close fight. 9-3, I just cannot see, and I don't think it speaks to the conversation he had in the corner with his pops when he said in the 11th, I think he's figured me out. So
I mean, the fight was won at that point.
I don't know, man. Like I
That's
say,
what I
bro.
said.
But going back to the topic, though, I thought that your boy Ortiz did the most effective work against him. I thought he did the better work against Tio. I thought he should have won, even if he was shoe shining. He was at least making the shoes shiny. Them bad boys were shiny. You could see yourself in the reflection. Tio didn't do anything to the shoe. He didn't touch the shoe at all, unless that nigga was working with a sandpaper. He didn't do anything in that fight to win the fight, yet he won the fight. I thought that he also looked good in the fight that he struggled to make the weight, even though, it was a tough fight. He still showed moxie and grit. So with that, the thing that I know of Keyshawn was that Keyshawn was built up to have a super fight in his hometown. And in that night, after they had did a whole week of acknowledging him, big up in him, giving him keys to cities, giving him names on streets, giving him days of holiday, giving him a special name in their city and all this other stuff. This man refused to make the weight, then went in there and got involved in a four-way, and he's making excuses now for it. I don't know if he's ready for what Jermaine Ortiz may bring into the ring. Now, he has talent to handle Jermaine Ortiz, but Ortiz has the talent to handle him as well. And that's a very tough fight for him, and a very good fight if both of them are on their A game. And I hope that that's what we see from both he and Ortiz, and likewise from T.O. and Shakur, because both of them have they have the chance to be really good fights if they're at their best and engaging.
Yeah, that's a good point.
1000%.
Keyshawn has a tendency to open up. Keyshawn throws a lot of wide shots, a lot of wide punches, a lot of fat on those punches. So the straight line can get to him, kind of like Albright, landing some good shots on him straight down the pipe. And Ortiz, like I say, him having those losses, even though he lost, you learn that, hey, man, if I would have just picked it up just a little bit more, I could have got my hand raised. So that's always going to be in the back of your mind. See, Ortiz has never just been dominated. He's never been knocked out. He's never been destroyed. He just came up short a couple of times. So that type of experience can serve you in a tight fight where you can just find that extra gear to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? I came up short 2 times. I know what I got to do now to go ahead and seal the deal, so to speak. Make sure that I get the win. I got to pick it up in these spurts, pick it up in these spots, because that's how boxing matches are won. A lot of times when you do have a close round, it's just a guy may land 2 more shots than you that were eye-catching, that maybe caught the eye of the judges, and that'll swing that round. Like, if you want to keep it 100, you can look at the Norman Haney fight. Some of those rounds were close; they were competitive, but Devin knew how to win those close rounds by simply keeping that jab on them and popping that head back, so the judges know, hey, look, I'm landing effective punches. I just control this round. But sometimes that round is in the balance, and you can pull it out with just a few good moments, just enough to sway those judges. Bernard Hopkins was a master at doing that. He was a master at winning close rounds, as a skill to winning close rounds. It's almost like a perception, almost like a magic trick, almost, so to speak. All you got to do is just catch the eye of the judges for the last 30 seconds. I tell you, who else is good at that? Canelo Alvarez was good at that. Triple G would fight 2 minutes and 25 seconds of a round, constantly fighting. Canelo would do 35 seconds of work and get the round.
Yeah,
But is that also just because of his status, Coach? I mean,
yeah, that too, absolutely. All that plays a part.
Which was the same thing I was saying, like about the Jermaine and T.O. fight. You know, when we watch fights with T.O. that maybe we felt like he didn't necessarily win, again, you got to look at who they are, I guess. Which, again, I don't think is fair. You're supposed to be scoring this by the criteria, but we know how they run.
Talk about it, Sean.
Also, I wanted to add one more thing about Jermaine, and as far as Keyshawn goes, and like to Coach Eddie's point, man, Jermaine is more well-rounded to me as well. He's more seasoned. So for Keyshawn to think he's just going to go in there and knock this man out, I think he's just talking crazy. I think they're underestimating Jermaine. Jermaine can fight, and he knows how to adjust. He's a smart fighter.
According to my man Carrier and my man Wine, he ain't nothing but a gatekeeper. Besides, hey, I hope for Keyshawn's sake, I scratch that for the amazing Keyshawn Davis' sake, that Jermaine is what you guys say he is, because Jermaine can be a roadblock in the road for his comeback, man. And I want this brother to come back. I really do. I don't like the way everything went the last time he was in the ring. I know he had to clear some things. I hope that helped to clear whatever was troubling him going through that period. But Jermaine ain't nobody's gatekeeper. But if he is, then he should get him up out of there, because that's the amazing Keyshawn Davis.
I'm a little upset, and I know he has to be pissed too that this was supposed to be a title shot opportunity, and they done did the switching bait and threw Keyshawn up in the mix when he was supposed to be fighting Hitchens. I think Jermaine deserves that. He deserved that title shot. So I mean, kudos to him for continuing on with this fight, man.
Wasn't the Tio fight a title shot for him, or was the title?
I think it was. I don't see
I
why.
don't know. Jermaine definitely he been racking up some wins. He racked up a few wins. Let me pull him up real quick.
But I definitely, while you pulling them up, I want to agree wholeheartedly with what Coach Eddie said. I agree with everything you said regarding that T.O. and Shakur fight. I think the difference is going to come between the ears, because I think that when you look at athleticism and talent, I think it does favor T.O. a little bit more than it does, maybe a good deal more than it does Shakur, but Shakur just technically sound, and he's sharp between them ears.
Yeah, facts, and that's what I give him the advantage of, his IQ and his defensive prowess. You know what I mean? A lot of time that one fight for Mayweather, but also we seen Mayweather exhibit dog-like behavior.
Is anybody picking Jermaine to win?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry, bro. Y'all gotta stop. I've been watching Jermaine for years now, bro. Go back, watch the Boots fight in the amateurs. This dude don't do good with athletic fighters at all. The same reason why he lost. Yeah, he don't even do shit. Neither did he. That shoe shot and shit in a championship fight don't mean nothing. Throw that shit out the window. Stop doing that dumb shit. People gonna be like, oh, well, Leonard did it. No, Leonard did work in between those rounds also. Stop doing it. That shoe shot and shit, throw that shit out the window. This is not amateur boxing. He still has that same amateur style. I've been watching the kid since he was 13. Still the same amateur style. He's gonna run around the ring. He's gonna do a little shoe shot. He's gonna get off a little bit. That's all he's gonna do. That's all he's gonna do. Stop it. Let's stop. Let's stop the cut. Yeah, he did great work against Lowell in the beginning, and I want to say it was 7 rounds. It was say maybe 4. Maybe 4. I'm giving you generous. Let's stop it. Let's stop it right here, bro. Okay, he comes from the same damn state as me, and I will never catfish somebody like this. Stop it. What is that? Don't do that. Come on, bro. Y'all acting like this dude is on the same level as Keep Go, bro. I promise you, he's gonna get taken to school, get a notepad, get a pen and paper, because that's what's gonna happen.
To me, Keyshawn's not that good, man. So,
I don't know what you've been.
I think they're on the same. I think they're on the same level, man. I truly, honestly think they're on the same level. I really do. Keyshawn only got 13 fights, man. You acting like this guy has like this long list of fighters that are on his resume. He don't. He's not Terrence Crawford. I know he's associated with Terrence Crawford, but he's not Terrence Crawford. He just is.
Jermaine Ortiz has not won a 12-round fight in his career. He's coming off beating Ambrosix, Batista, Yomar
He gets
Alamo.
gas, bro. He gets gas. He gets gas, bro. Watch him when he fought Jermaine. The reason why he lost that fight is because he got gassed at that. Same reason why he lost Stallone, because he got gassed. That moving around shit, that shit don't work at all, ever.
I think they're on the same level, man. I think these guys.
No, Coach. I promise you.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Go back, no, Coach. Go back and watch the fight with Boots in the amateurs. He fights the same fucking way. I will send that shit to you.
Like 10 years ago, probably.
No, bro. He fights the same fucking way.
I will say with the Ambiori fight, okay, he came in overweight, if I recall correctly. This is Jermaine. This is the last fight as well.
Mhm.
He got holes. One to your he got holes, and I'll agree with you to a degree. Yeah, the way you saw him fighting Boots is similar, but I still
No,
want
bro,
to say
it's the
we've seen
same.
him.
It's the same fucking way. So
I
I'm sorry.
still want to
It's the
say we've
same.
seen him fight in a different manner, which means
No, he don't fight, and he don't have a different gear. Like he's gonna have a different gear with certain dudes. Like he fought this dude named Seth Mitchell from St. Louis. I went to watch that fight. They're great, all in a different way. But you can see that he's not comfortable doing that coming forward because he gets hit on.
that
He's
was
not gonna do.
2017 one.
No, bro, he's not gonna be able to do anything with
So
anybody.
is the southpaw stance not gonna give
Nothing,
Keyshawn any
nothing.
trouble, huh?
Promise you, nothing. Nothing is gonna happen. He's
Man,
gonna
that's
get
he
beat
gonna have
and
that
fill in the
straight right
post.
hand. He might stop him with the straight
That's
right.
that's 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 the fucking kryptonite for every southpaw.
Yo, Juan,
12 rounds.
you bet the rent on him and he let you down, bro. What happened with your Ken
No, bro,
fight,
no, no.
bro?
You know what it is, bro. You know what it is. It's because Jermaine. I've been watching Jermaine since he was 13. He beat a lot of dudes out this way. Beat a lot of dudes. So, like he beat Rashidi, I think, before Rashidi went pro. He beat a lot of dudes out here. But the thing is, he lets a lot of people down. Like him and Mike Kwan. If y'all don't know who Mike Kwan Williams is, they fought each
Yeah.
other. He got beat pillar to post. It wasn't even close. They still far as shit. They cool, but it's never gonna be close, bro. He has problems with dudes that are athletic that can match his speed. He just has problems. It's cool, which is cool. Like you're a good fighter, but you're not that good.
Yeah, the bookies don't know what's going on. They got Keyshawn is plus 140 to get a KO TKO. So that's pretty good. That's pretty close odds. That means it is very probable. Not very
He gonna
probable, but they
he's gonna
can.
get he's gonna get stepped on, bro. He's gonna get walked right fucking through, bro. Like if it was Hitchens, oh yeah, no, he would have beat Hitchens. I think he would have beat Hitchens any day of the week. But
Walk
this is
through.
Keith. This is somebody else that stands down on his punches, bro. This is somebody that really sits down. Like he's not gonna play with you. He's not gonna sit there and ha ha kiki with you. He gonna sit down. He don't play that shit.
Walk through one.
He gonna walk through him,
Who's
bro.
walked
Everybody,
through Jermaine so far?
bro. It don't matter. He hasn't fought somebody like Keyshawn. He
I
hasn't
like
fought nobody like
Keyshawn is
Keyshawn.
serious.
I
Yeah,
like
I'm in agreement with you.
Keyshawn is a serious T.O. Yeah, he like shenanigans, great fighter. But he has a lot of shenanigans in that ring. He does a lot of shenanigans. Loma caught him kind of in the back end because if this was Loma when he was stopping dudes, oh yeah, that would have been slaughterhouse. Because you seen what happened. He got tired. He was breathing heavy, 6-7 rounds, breathing heavy. He would have got him out of there.
And I want to know if he agreed to make 140. I don't think that's gonna be the right move for Jermaine. Hopefully, they fight at a higher weight.
They're
But if
fighting at 140. They're fighting at 140. I talked to fucking. They fight all. They'll fight
is
in
the
like 140.
contractual agreement at 140
Yeah,
though? Because
yeah,
it might be
yeah.
like
It's at
143 or
140. It's
something.
at 140.
I
No, it's
don't
at
know why
140.
he came in so heavy against Ambiori, but he's been fighting at 140 for sure.
No, it's gonna go 12 rounds, but it's gonna be an ass beating.
And he's fought 12 rounds before with the two fights that mattered. That being Tio and Loma. I don't know.
Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, man. The guy, love the kid, love the guy. Got my head love him. Does a great job out this way, but he's gonna get beat.
What's up? What's up, everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat, and the listeners?
What's up, Blue?
How's everybody doing?
Howdy.
Man,
What up with it, Blue?
we really just talking this Goldenboy Vergil Ortiz lawsuit, man. It looks like the zone not locking in the Goldenboy deal is pretty much Vergil was in the middle of that. So it's a lot of controversy going back and forth with that, and then the big fights coming up. What you want to cook on, Blue?
Well, you guys do know that it's unfortunate that that Vergil Ortiz's lawyer has basically exposed him for what they really want.
Man, what's that?
Well, I mean, I was under the impression that, and I had Virgil's back, that he really wanted to fight with Boots when he was suing. He's suing Oscar because he wants options. He doesn't want to be forced to fight only one fight on the table. He wants options. Yeah, he wants 3 fights to choose from, like he's always been having the ability to have. And this time he's not given that ability. He wants to fight Spence. And another reason
Oh,
that
they was telling me that Spence not coming back. So you hearing otherwise. You hearing Spence is gonna be returning to
well,
boxing.
that's the fight that they wanted. That's the fight that they wanted to have. So you know what I'm saying? In Texas, because that'd be a big money fight. Like he said, remember, everybody was saying after he came out, he in the ring, he asked for Boots to, jump in the ring. They did that. They had their dialogue going back and forth. They solidified a fight, and then the press conference, the post fight conference come out. He's retracting and basically saying my dream fight is the fight. That's the fight I really want. So people are dismissing that and sweeping it under the rug. So obviously they've already been talking. You see what I'm saying? Um, Spence and Virgil, they've already been obviously been talking for him to be so adamant on wanting that fight. But anyways, here's another situation I was getting ready to allude to is the simple fact is that another reason why they were want to get out the contract is because they said that Oscar De La Hoya did not renew the contract with Dazn, and Oscar De La Hoya says he has proof that he has renewed it, and that they don't have that. Basically, they're gonna be. He's basically gonna show that proof. So, I don't know. Just I feel like if it's up to your fighter, he really don't want it, then you got to go with it, man. You got to go with it. But everybody was trying to say that it's Virgil's fault that the fight's not happening. He's trying to outprice him. But when Virgil had, he made some sense when he made his comment on Clapback that he said Clapback Thursday. He said basically this. He says, "Look, I'm trying to get the most money for my fighter." He says if Eddie Hearn was doing the same thing, I would be okay with that too. If he's asking for 60-40, you're trying to get the most money out the fight for your fighter. They negotiate, and to me, that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I mean, in my personal opinion, Virgil is actually ducking, and I gotta look at it like that. If you don't, if you're trying to sue him to get out your contract, why? Everything was peaches and cream. Now all of a sudden you're being forced because DAZN comes out and says that you're being forced to fight being forced to have fight Boots now. You want to basically sue him? That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it makes sense. To me, he doesn't want the fight right now. They want to come back to that fight, but so it is what it is on that point. How y'all feel about that? Now, y'all got the same feeling? Yeah, have y'all seen it like that, or y'all view it from another point of view? Another point.
Yeah, I just feel like I mean everybody, they just want more money for the fight. I mean, it is what it is. It's Rick Mirrigan. It's I don't know. They got other options on the table. They're not gonna allow Virgil to fight Boots for 4 or 5 million when they can potentially do a Jamel Charlo fight in Texas or do a pay-per-view with Earl Spence. So it's just all about timing, really. It's not
Yeah,
personal.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It's just
yeah, yeah.
business.
That's no, I understand that, but that's why they're asking for 7 million. You see what I'm saying?
I think
Because it's
Virgil's
more of a
still a
risky
duck.
fight.
He
You
just
you
found a
do?
way to strategically duck. He's still being a dang duck.
Yeah. Thank you, Queen. Thank you.
This ninja being a judicial judge, fudge everything else. They crafted a ducking off
Well,
of a lawsuit. Like they put this together, and I don't believe your boy Oscar absolved from this too. I think he was on board with it. So it looks like we ain't really trying to do that. But the bottom line is, in order for them to get the flagship going for the zone, they want to capitalize off of the fanfare that is in that fight. And they want to pay for that fight so they can charge for that fight so that they can make money off of that fight. And your boy don't want to fight that man. He clearly don't want to fight them. That man went off to saying he want to fight. He's ducking me for the fight, to calling him into the ring, to saying let's make the fight, to saying in the ring, Errol Spence is his dream fight. Go get the fudge out of here. Errol Spence ain't been in the
Talk
ring
to
for
him,
3
Paul.
years.
That's
Like
my
that don't
guy,
make no
man. Talk
He
to
just
him.
did a
sense.
whole song and dance for the people, and some people took the bait. I ain't taking the dude still ducking.
Hey, man, I'm
And the
glad I stirred
wording
the
of
pot.
the
Thank y'all.
lawsuit,
Thank y'all.
the wording of the lawsuit already says that you promised 3 fights. Why do you need just fight? You can fight whoever else is part of that 3, but he knows everybody. We've been wanting to see y'all since 47, since welterweight, and you still up here playing games like 7 million. I don't know. For me, I'm not a person to tell a man what he's worth and what he wants to take, and I know that gives them an out, but it's just ridiculous. They keep throwing up roadblocks, and it's obvious you don't. Just say you don't want to fight him. Just say it. Say you don't want to be a champion. You don't have the interest in being great. Just say it.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Yeah, I'm stirring the pot. Stir the
Shower.
pot.
I jokingly, joke with my man C. McLean. Shout out Curtis McLean, of No Duck Podcast, man. He often at times be trying to hook people up. I called him Duck Willery. But the way everybody is falling in love with this man, Vergil Ortiz, and really following after him in this path to a lawsuit, I'm gonna call him Duck Willery, boy. He got people falling in love off this Mickey Fricky for him trying to litigiously get out of the fight with Boots Ennis, the man who's supposed to be ducking everybody and running from all smoke. The boy then came all the way from Philly, off of his own volition, off of his own pay, his own resources, to San Antonio to get in the ring. He called him in the ring.
Call him in.
Come
Yeah.
here, Boots. Come here, Boots.
And the way
Then,
he did it too. Yeah, come here, Boots. Get on. Get out.
then you know how on 10 speeds you get the pedal backwards, that back pedal.
Yeah.
That nigga started backpedaling from the moment he opened his mouth.
Yes, sir.
Every
Yes,
word
sir.
was a way away from that fight. And then freaking Oscar piggybacked on it and then doubled down on it and tried to go away from the fight. So, man, bump that, bump them, bump that lawsuit. Boots is ducking you. Boots ain't really like that. Go show the world that he really not.
I think Boots should, and I said this maybe on X somewhere. I hope he just has something else going on and he's not just strictly going after this bout with this man. Because clearly, go back and watch that when he called Boots into the ring and look at Virgil's dad's face. I swear he looked like he was ready to poop on himself. He was like, no, don't call him in here, son. And we know Oscar was high that night. I swear, go back and watch the whole program. Oscar's eyes bucked out his head. They don't want that. They don't want that. It's cool. Just say it. And Boots needs to just go on and wait for the winner of a boss. I mean, he could fight somebody in between. I wish Brandon Adams hadn't left or whoever. Serhi. There's plenty of people at 54 to keep him busy until these guys get their fight, Xander and the boss. Or if he wants to wait that long, Tollums and call him Tollums. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Fundora and Keith Thurman. However you want to swing it. Even Mirza Taliev and Josh Kelly. Fight somebody to keep you busy and go after some of these other guys. Vergil don't want to be great. I'm not looking for Vergil to do anything in boxing. Don't get me wrong. I like his style. I like watching him. He's entertaining. But I don't care. You don't want to be great? Then don't. Cool.
Vergil ain't nothing but a come forward Ryan Garcia. That's all he is. He'll come forward Ryan Garcia. Ain't never been champion, ain't gonna be champion.
But then when you look at the guys at Goldenboy anyway, and to some degree, all fighters are built, absolutely. But who over there is really trying to be great? Or who is Oscar even allowing to be great? Rocha just got out of fight. Santion got beat down. He ain't been the same since. Like, there's who does he got? That was your last little card right there. I guess Ryan should be leaving. His contract should be up after this Barrios fight. If
you
not,
think about it, all of the champions that Oscar had, they all end up leaving him.
or they just sitting over there. Because Rocha
Jaime
was
McGee left. Canelo left. They said Zordo is not with Oscar anymore. All the champions he ever had, they left.
And if Ryan should beat Barrios, he's not gonna be with Goldenboy. You know, y'all know they've been fighting. And he's been waiting to get out of that contract. So yeah,
Ryan might be on the verge of leaving too, but he might be able to see this. This is the thing though. Vergil might stay with see, he just signed a 3-year contract, in 24? So he might end up renewing it. You see what I'm saying? But at the same token, that's why he's trying to get out of his contract so he can go with somebody else. I guess with
who we gonna go
with? Zuffa?
No, Canelo. No, he gonna fuck with Canelo now.
Oh, yeah, Canelo he's starting that. Yeah.
Man, he go ahead and fuck with Canelo. He ain't gonna get no fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We ain't seen.
I don't know. We can't say that, bro. We can't say that because think about it. Canelo's the one that's backing him right now in this situation. It's them. They are the one that's backing him.
He get the fight. Who's paying more money than is Canelo going to pay him more money than what Oscar was about to pay him?
I don't know, bro. I can't answer that. I can't even do that. I'm
not at the table. Absolutely not.
Listen.
Canelo ain't got no network deal.
He can have some. Well, he can be under the same people that Canelo's under.
Who?
Whatever Canelo's under, whatever Canelo got worked out.
Canelo's not under anybody. He signed the Turkey. He's not under anybody. That's what I'm saying.
He's got to get something worked out there. You see what I'm getting at? He's got to.
That's what I'm saying. Canelo does have a promotion company, but he has no network deal. Unless you count the network that he got in Mexico, unless you count that, he ain't got no network deal.
Well, I'm not saying. I'm thinking he's trying to just basically get advice. You see what I'm saying on how to move in this situation because Canelo did the same thing pretty much. You see what I'm saying? Got out of his contract with Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh,
so I don't know, man.
Hold on. Sorry, you said Xander needs to vacate?
Hold on, come off me. Yeah, man. Because I don't know if you've seen, dude looks like a light heavyweight. He's huge.
Man, that man don't need to vacate. Hey, yeah. According to everybody else, as long as he makes weight on fight night, that's all that matters.
If he makes weight, he makes weight. But then how much is he gonna dude is huge. He's huge. And to Dank Father's point, I forgot about that because I did a whole live on that. Vergil saying he wants to go up to 160. Forgot about him trying to do that. And that was right around before Boots was moving up to 54. So he's already trying to duck out. This is why I've been on his neck about being a duck. Vergil's a duck. But yes, Xander is huge.
Hey, leave my Puerto Rican brother alone. Xander is doing just fine. Ain't nobody want to fight him. Vergil ducked Xander right here. Sebastian Fedor dropped the belt so he can go fight him.
He sure did. He did drop the belt. I got on his ass for that too. Fedor dropping that belt.
A lot of people forgot that Vergil ducked Xander as well. Gave that man an hour to sign the contract. The man signed it in 10 minutes, and he said, "No, the offer is off the table."
Him and Bakram sitting there with nobody to fight, and Baki's calling out everybody. Vergil was quiet as a dang church mouse, peeing on cotton. Like, Vergil don't want to fight nobody. He can go on and move up. Yeah, I wanted him to move up so he could go fight Yoeli Hernandez. Go on, do that. Go on, do that.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Yeah, have Vergil go up there and fight. They're gonna call us Adonis.
Ooh, that's that fight coming up. Adamas and Ammo, y'all. Woo. I think Ammo about to get murked.
You don't want to fight Boots, go fight him.
Yeah.
You definitely better not get in the ring with no Law. Law old ass gonna box circles around you and probably put you down. You got dropped twice by Borchak. You probably gonna get put to sleep.
Well, Boychuk is with Zuffa now, though, so.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought Boychuk beat him that night, but hey,
He did win.
Well, some people don't feel that way. Some people feel
Some
like
people are fans of Vergil instead of fans of boxing. They don't want to see what they saw.
What pisses me off when Vergil gets dropped and then how he jumps up like, no, dude, you got dropped. Your gloves and your ass hit that mat. You ain't counting. He sucks. I ain't gonna say he sucks. Don't.
That man Vergil got dropped twice in the fight. Everybody, he won.
Well, the first one I think was the trip.
Abdullah Mason get dropped in the fight and get dropped twice in the fight. Oh, he's chinny.
His career.
Well,
yeah.
I didn't say that about Vergil. Abdullah stopped his opponent the very next round.
I think the first time Vergil got dropped, to be fair, I do feel like that was a trip. It got counted though, right? So it is what it is. But the second one was legit. He got dropped. It ain't the first time that's happened.
That man, Abdullah Mason, got dropped, went right back to the slope, dropped him. Then he got dropped again. The round ended. He got up out of the corner and stopped his opponent in the second round. Everybody said Abdullah was chinny. But when it comes to Vergil, Vergil a monster. How he a monster and he went the distance with his opponent, but this man chinny, he stopped his opponent in the second round.
Who's the first person to drop Vergil? Because that ain't the first time he's been down.
The first time Vergil got dropped?
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
It wasn't that long ago. I'll go check it out.
I can't remember.
But he did the same thing.
I didn't remember Borchak because it was so recent. Because for a long time, that man didn't fight at 47. It was like 2 years since he fought at 47 because he couldn't make weight.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Stanley Otis had put off so many times. Stanley Otis was sitting there waiting to fight Vergil. They could never make the fight.
That's why I was calling him a duck for Boots then, because Boots had to go through a whole song and dance, ended up taking that IBF, which took him out of the rankings for everybody else. I remember that pissed me off with Boots. I was like, I don't know why you did that. Now you really are out of the loop for, even though he was the top guy, by on paper, they don't have to fight you now. But then remember, Stanionis got sick and got like pancreas. They had to take his pancreas or some crap. And then that's when Vergil moved up and Boots was left there with Emantis Stanionis. Stanionis had to get his something removed. Appendix. It was appendicitis.
But miraculously, Stanionis was nobody, but everybody wanted to see that fight between him and Vergil.
Sure did. Wanted to see either one of them fight Boots then. That's why I say nobody was messing with Boots at 47. They wasn't trying to.
That's why I was like, I remember all the stuff people say. Yeah, they were like, I want to see that fight. Vergil Stanionis, that's gonna be a bomb burner. Jerome Boots and Stanionis. Oh man, Stanionis ain't did nothing. What? Y'all gotta be serious about this one.
I am interested in Madrimov coming back though, because remember when Madrimov made Terrence Crawford sweat hard in that fight that he had, he was the greatest thing at 54, and really, if it wouldn't have been Crawford, nobody else can even handle him. I want to see if that's the Madrimov we see come back to the ring, especially with him being healthy and not, full of anything that will impair his physical condition.
Madrimov is not that good. Kern is better than Madrimov.
I just went back and watched Madrimov and Ortiz, and actually he did all right. He was getting some good shots off on freaking Ortiz, man. Until
is somebody trying to say that Ortiz, Madrimov was injured in that fight or something?
Madrimov said he was sick in that fight.
He said he was sick and then he was injured in the next fight against Ortiz. So the reason why he looked the way he looked or he didn't come out victorious was because, he wasn't fully able to do what he's needed to do, like on a regular basis now. I thought he did well in both fights.
Win. He should definitely win, Carrier. The guy he's about to fight is not that dude. What's his name?
That would be a good fight for Boots.
Who?
Yeah, it would be. Vergil fought him. Terrence fought him. Vergil fought him.
Who?
Now Boots can fight him.
Well, he should definitely get a win. But coming off of 2 losses, I wouldn't want to fight no Boots.
I mean, I'm just saying that not right now. Maybe he has his fight. He got his fight coming up, and then he gets ready to fight Boots. His next fight. That would be a fight that Vergil was familiar with, a fighter that Vergil was familiar with, Bud is familiar with. They can all sit there and play the, I did this, look what you did, look what I did game. And then I think so.
I think so too, Carrier. Vergil beat Madrimov more impressively than Bud. I agree. They was banging. That was a good fight, really. Like I said, till it wasn't. Boots will stop Matt. Yeah, I think he'll stop him easy. Like, I don't know. I
think so.
I'm telling you, I think Madrimov would fight Boots around and fought some of these guys at 54 too. Before,
I think Madrimov would fight Boots just like he fought Bud.
I think he will, but again, he's about to have a fight. Like I said, he should beat Salazar easy.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be super cautious. He's going to be doing feints. He's going to be doing certain things. It's going to be up to Boots to stop him from going to the body with that straight.
That's not going to be nowhere.
And that's what Bud eliminated. He took the punch. He took the straight to the face. You know what I'm saying? Some of the times versus the straight to the body.
Straight? Not Madrimov don't throw no straights.
Yeah, he likes to throw the straight in the jab to the body.
That dude throws a lot of looping shots. He's kind of wild.
Excuse me.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it anytime soon. Like I said, dude already took 2 L's back to back. He should win this one. I don't know. I don't want to give no dudes no way out. So let me not say that. I still think Serhi and Brandon should have stayed on this side and fought in 54. It's a whole bunch of fights that could be made.
I agree with that for sure. I definitely agree with that. But like I say, I mean, Madrimov definitely did well in both fights. Like Shawa said, it was a good fight until it wasn't, and he said the reason being is because he wasn't, fully healthy. So hopefully, return back to full health. He gonna show the separation that had people saying he was the best at 5'4" and that nobody else would be able to beat him, but because I haven't seen that in any other fight since Bud, and I don't want there to be any reason why we haven't seen that. I want it to be, hey, all guns are blazing. So that's going to be interesting to see. Also, like you said, that Khalil Cole Jesse Hart, that fight going to be a banger. That's going to be a great fight. So
I think so too. That's the one. And even Bello saying that too. I agree. People sleeping on that fight. But I think Khalil, after that last fight with that dang jab, man, that thing deadly.
Yeah, so we gonna get to see a good scrap because them 2 young hungry boys right there going at it. Trying to
Jesse Hart fighting, and he was getting kind of touched up quite a bit. Who was he fighting? Somebody was getting at Jesse Hart, man. Who was it? He fought a lot of people back to back too. I can't remember who it was. Somebody was getting in his stuff and was touching him up.
Jesse Hart, you said?
Yeah, they brought up his TCM. Joe Smith Jr. Yeah. Joe Smith was getting at him like, oh no, I think Khalil about to have a field day with this one for real. It's gonna be a good fight till it ain't.
Till it ain't.
Hey, tell you that jab. You remember what that dang jab what Khalil came back with on
Yeah.
Gallegos?
Yeah.
That thing was
That boy
damaging.
had a shotgun jab.
Yeah, man, that was dangerous. Oh, please don't hit me, sir.
So yeah, you know, it's good. I mean, the year has started off on a good note. Like I say, I think that, you know, things are going on behind the scenes that's going to try to help, you know, sustain the sport and move the sport forward. I think that ultimately competition is what moves things forward. So I think we finally start to see the movement towards competition. And ironically, I believe the person that you will be able to thank is the person that everybody calls the savior of boxing. You know what I'm saying? I think that will generate the move towards people working towards each other and towards a common goal to produce bigger fights. Yeah, Turkey and Dana White. Dana White, the Trump of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make boxing great again, just like Trump is. You know what I'm saying? Niggas were celebrating Trump
taking the
second election into to office, dog. So you know, them niggas was over there having parties, and then the same people. I know somebody personally who was having a celebration talking about Trump gonna make us great, and he's the best thing. I'm not trying to make this political. They were the same people who was out there at the protest for some of the moves that happened when Trump got back into office. So it's crazy how things work. But hey, I hope nothing but the best for the sport of boxing. I've enjoyed watching boxing my entire life, man, especially ever since I was introduced to it through the fight with Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hitman Hearns. You know what I'm saying? And it's been nothing but exciting. I hope that, you know, it's never been, and I'll give Carrier this, it's never been a sacred place. Boxing has always been dirty and corrupt. It has always been.
It's the Wild Wild West, my friend. No matter what.
And we know that Blue know about the Wild Wild West. But just in the Wild Wild West, if you a gunslinger, you bet not blink, no matter what bullet come your way. So shout out to the only two fighters that never blink when bullets come their way.
hey, you know what it is, bro. I know what you're doing, but you still know what it is.
I'm just messing with you, Blue. You know you my guy, dog. And honestly, man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm this dude. My fighters, the fighters that look like me, that if they didn't be in the ring, would go through life very same way that I would, you know, behind the curve, but yet doing things great to make sure that they get a little bit of notice. I never root against, bro. I never have rooted against any of my black fighters. Now, I've been in fights where it was two fighting and, you know, I preferred one over the other. But like case in point, I liked Mosley. I liked Mayweather. I was more Mosley because Mosley from my state. But I love me some Mayweather in the ring. Now, I'm not a fan of Mayweather outside the ring. But in the ring, that make you freaking tough. One of the toughest. I was hoping for a good fight. And, you know, unfortunately, it wasn't a good fight. Unfortunately, you know, Mayweather showed that there's a clear distinction between him and Mosley. And I gotta tip my hat off to him. Because, you know, I didn't think it was going to play out that way. Thought it was going to be a tough fight. And I thought that, you know, it might come down to who had the bigger moments. There were no moments. There was only Mayweather. Well, I'll take that back. There was a couple of moments for Mosley. But, you know, that's how I've always been. Like, I don't root against people that don't look like me. Like, I don't do that. I like fighting. So I like what I see in the ring. And if you got a style, I love me some Alexis Arguello. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I love me some Hawk. And when they was fighting, I was hoping he would win. But I love me some Alexis Arguello too. You know what I'm saying? That boy could fight in that ring. I've been able to see a lot of good fighters. And I've been able to see a lot of good fights. And the thing that I think has corrupted it is the fact that everybody goes for the money, even the people that's putting on the fight. So they're not trying to compromise the money at all. And we got to get to the point where we work together so that we can get fights, better fights. And I hope that they can get through that because of what Turkey is doing and because of what Dana White is doing. And you know, it forces them to come together to work together because, you know, they got to change the way that they are also producing the fights. The production has changed. So they got to adjust. And they got to adjust to the times. And they got to adjust to the demands. I mean, now the phone has made everything a showcase and made everybody showcase ease. So everybody now can be somebody that can affect your what you put out there. We got Mickey Freakies over, man. Let me stop. We got to get to them fights. And I hope that this year will get us back to where 24 left off and 24 picked up and 23 was the whole year round. So that's what I'm looking forward to because there are a lot of fights to be made and a lot of exciting opportunities for some of these young fighters coming up. I just hope that they start fighting because, you know, what was the practice was broken and they had to fix it.
B3.
B3, he working.
He working. He been quiet for a long time.
He working. So, hey, there's a good thing that you came up to help sustain it. Blue came up to help sustain it. D-Free always help us sustain it, man, because, you know, sometimes my man, he be out there working. And he go green every day.
Everybody did their part.
But, you know, I just came up here to, oh yeah, shout out Coach Eddie. Coach Eddie came up here and cooked.
He always cooking.
Yeah, he do.
Even though hater Shelmore came.
Hey, you gotta have one, man. You gotta have one. So shout out to Shelton Moore too, because you know he came up here and he stirred the pot. You know, you can't let that sit at the bottom and start to burn. F up the roof.
Bringing contention. Shout out to Shelton Moore. Mr. Moore.
And shout out to my good brother Carrier of Air Force fame, dog. You know it's always love between me and you, and my good brother Two Drink Dank, man. You know what I'm saying? Those my guys. They be ribbing me a lot.
Carrier's the official chat hater, so yeah.
I love me some Carrier, dog. I love me some Carrier. Dank, I love a lot because my man, that dude really do stay a level buck. Sometimes 99 cents. Sometimes there's a cent that, you know, he be throwing in there that be straight shade and hate. But that dude don't be doing no capping, as they say. So I appreciate that about my man Dank.
Yeah,
he be like, let's keep it a buck. Niggas is out here capping.
He be cooking.
We gotta call it a spade. A spade. That was a duck. Oh, yes. Vergil knew already. No, that's my dog.
Smoke a Lot was up here too today, huh?
Hey, shout out Papa Smoke a Lot. Papa Smoke a Lot, aka Smoke Session. You know, it was a great stew today. You know what I'm saying? And I like when we come up here and they ain't no ulterior motives, no agendas, no narratives, bro. We just talk the sport and what we see. I think that it's a couple of good cards coming this weekend. I mean, we're going to get to tune in boxing. We're going to see what Zuffa really about and what the product is looking like. But sometimes when you don't have marquee names, you still got marquee products. So hopefully that's what it is for them. And, you know, we get to see what Morotai are talking about. Get to see what, you know,
Andy said, "Where's his bitches? Where they at?" I guess he think Murtai gonna be one. We gonna see.
Andy, I'm very interested to see because I believe the brother got a lot of talent. I just hope that he is able to mesh and blend with Bozy and that they can put together because
You just went silent. Oh.
Scooter was on this cool boy tip and he wasn't cool in that ring, man. And I don't know where the disconnect came. Didn't look like they was on the same page.
That's on the man, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's on the man. I wouldn't credit that to both.
I would not too, because other than that, Bozy has had a fantastic year. He had a fantastic year, so I agree with you on that. What up, Mutt?
So I seen a little piece with somebody talking to Murtai, and he's saying he thinks it's too soon for Andy. And he's like, but credit to him. He wants to go for the title shot. He's like, cool, but we know he has a storied and a long amateur. He has the pedigree. He only got 6 fights pro though, and again, if Murtai decides to not flatline and show up, if he could catch him, dude can punch.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But Andy got the legs. He got the legs to get on out of dodge, but
Yeah, he's a Cuban school boxer. He sticks to that school, so he's pretty slick with the movement and everything like that. It's just how you gonna put them hands together and how you gonna assimilate, because it's no longer amateur. This is pro. It's a different way you fight in the pros than you do in the amateur, and I want to see that transition.
And
that's what I'm most for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Shout out Curtis Robinson, the OG, my man. I see you up in here, my bad. I ain't gonna never leave you out, player.
Curtis. Hey, whoever else is sneaking in the back door.
Hey, but I will say that I'm very interested to see next week the dynamic between T.O., who quote unquote is trying to make boxing great again, and Shakur, who's trying to show you why he is the star and the face of boxing. I want to see that fight play out. I'm hoping to see the performance we got from for Shakur from what's the dude name? Golly, at 140. I can't think right now.
Somebody Shakur fought, or you said at 140, so no.
Huh?
Oh well. Okay, so I don't know if
Taylor?
this is true. I don't know if this is true right
It's
now.
Taylor?
Who's Josh?
It wasn't Taylor. Josh Taylor, yeah. That performance in the ring, that precision, I guess being on top of your game with the performance from Shakur that was of Yoshino status, where he was just on top of his ish, and he was moving around, or the Heron.
Yeah, we talking about Yoshino, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to discredit him, but he's not that caliber of a dude to me. Shakur was supposed to do that.
No, but Shakur is like levels above T.O. He's supposed to do that to T.O. as well, too, according to what he said. He said, no disrespect to T.O. I just levels above him. He was levels above Yoshino. He was right in front of Yoshino, giving him the business.
I agree.
I want to see.
T.O.'s supposed to be number one.
Yeah, that's what T.O. say, and that's what he think. I don't want no claguettes.
I know, right?
I don't want no
Claggett, man. Dude he's slick with it. I like Claggett. Shout out to Ant for pointing out to me that I do like Claggett. I don't know, T Hill.
Nah, I like Claggett. He was giving T.O. fits. You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't have been so, right? Because T.O. is levels above folks.
Dude, yeah, he ain't.
Yeah, hey, look, they had that man's face looking all super lumped up.
He looked
Bro,
like he had plums up under them eyelids.
my man was crying tears of blood. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, that Mickey Fricky really was lumped up. He was puffy. And I'm not
If
talking about Diddy. Yo,
if
this nigga.
Claggett had a step back game, or because he slips and rolls a lot. But if he actually had a step back game and had range and distance, boy, he would have lumped that boy up worse.
Look, so
Hey,
I'm gonna say
you
this. Look,
go ahead.
look,
Go ahead.
Tio has a really good catch and counter. I'm telling you this right now. He does. He has a very, very good catch and counter. Um, the man can box. He's very athletic. Sometimes what he likes to do is he likes to get in there. He likes to show off. But at my point, I think sometimes he shows off because he wants to sway the judges. But anyways, I'll get into that a little bit later. Um, I think right now, in my opinion, Tio's a good fighter. You can't underestimate him. You see what I'm saying? You got to go in there and expect the best Tio. You don't plan for no weak-minded Tio. You don't do none of that. You go in there, you plan. You break him when you get in the ring. See, that's the difference. You break him. You have to have the mentality. I'm going to go in there and break this man when I get in the ring with him. And Shakur is one of those people that his IQ can break a fighter. So
See, Blue, I was with you until you said my man Shakur be breaking folks in the ring, though. Who he break down? I admit he broke down
no, I said
Aaron.
hold on. You didn't hear what I said, bro. You gotta listen
I'm
to me.
just messing
I
with you,
said
man. Go ahead.
his ring IQ breaks down people. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Frustrates people. Gets them
Frustrates
frustrated,
him.
make a
Okay, I
mistake.
got you.
It breaks them down.
Frustrated.
Yeah, it breaks them down to where they get frustrated. They can't do what they want to do. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Blue love
So
Shakur.
Yeah. Oh no,
no,
no.
but it's
You
true.
already know. You already know. Blue love Shakur. Shakur and Bud are the only two fighters in this modern day age that when they throw punches at or getting punches thrown at them, they don't blink. Them boys see it and they react. All of
Oh, okay, baby.
this nigga
Shout out to
Hey,
V3.
hey, 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 hey. I can't say nothing about it. 31st, man. We gonna
came
find
back. You
out.
can't.
Like I said, T.O.'s a good fighter, man. You can't go in there and underestimate him. It is what it is.
So if Shakur does this in outstanding form and fashion, does he get the coveted top 5 pound for pound that
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would like?
I think you can put him in there. I would. I'd put him in there.
What
You
about
got
you?
people.
Oh, go ahead, Blue.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I already
I'm
answered
not
the question.
opposed to him being number 5. To be honest, I think Shakur, he just doesn't put on a great show, which maybe is accounted into that ranking, but dude has barely lost rounds, if any, in his career. I think he deserves it. Maybe level of competition should be greater at 40, better opponents and stuff, but I wouldn't be mad at him getting number 5.
Well, see, that's this with this belt. That's why with this belt situation right now with Tank and him being champion in recess and him fighting for the belts, I'm kind of curious what he does, what his decision is when he beats Chio. Is he going to stay at 140 or is he going to just basically float back and forth from 140 to 135? Depends on the fight that's worth the most money.
Hip hop keto. Um, I wouldn't say we're talking about Shakur. Shakur don't run. I wish people
No,
would
he
stop
doesn't.
that cat. He's not a
Hey,
runner.
and Queen, check this out, Queen. I'm gonna tell you something. Oscar De La Hoya came out and said that Shakur doesn't run. He stands right in front of
He
people.
stands in front of you, make you miss. Like I don't
Yes, and it
know.
listen, and people keep saying that he's a fucking runner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't believe it. Even Oscar De La Hoya said Shakur doesn't run.
I'm
Like,
not
what are you
even
guys
a
talking about?
Shakur fan like that or supporter. I respect Shakur. I think he is the goods, but I'm just not gonna cap about what I see either. This man, he might jump back sometimes, but it's all range. And sometimes he don't. Sometimes he stand right in front of you, like Blue just said, and make you miss and make you pay. Shout out to
Yeah,
Shakur for the combination
yes, yes.
because he gets it in.
And look, he's been working with Coach Real really tough right now. And what does Coach Real do? He's counter. He brings the combinations and he likes to go for. Look, Coach Real wants Shakur to knock him out. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You see what I'm saying? Coach Real wants him to knock him out, but you
Well,
know
Tino's
Shakur gonna
been
go in there
working
with
on
his
that too,
game.
though. To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah,
they both
yeah,
working
yeah.
on it.
But see,
Freddie
I don't think.
Rose, yeah, he
Mhm,
working to
mhm,
knock somebody out too.
yeah,
Let's get a
but
double.
but see, I don't think that Shakur is going to go in there. He's not going there with the mentality that I'm going to knock you out. He's going there with the mentality I'm gonna. This is what I believe. I'm gonna box this shit at you. I'm gonna show you and I'm level.
And that's what he always does. Really, he just shows that he's a different level. And I think the key for him always, because I say he's masterful at it. I ain't gonna call him a master of it. Range. That dude is gonna make sure his range is down. Like there's no question about it. And again, if even if he doesn't be at range, then he's gonna stand right in front of you. His defense is just like that. He was apologizing for 4 months. What y'all say? Only time I heard him apologize was Edwin De Los Santos fight, and then he turned around and said "F us." So hey,
Hey, De Los Santos turned around right after that fight and was like, "Man, will you manage me? You're the best fighter I ever fought."
I reported on that. That's facts.
Shakur got power. You know what I'm saying? He was saying all that shit.
That's
This
evident
is
with him not even stepping to Shakur. But
well,
I always say these guys that people call pillow fists, nobody's walking through 'em.
Shakur did hurt him in the third round though. He hit him with a hook, and he made him respect him his power. Because De La Santos was coming at him at first.
Yeah, but De Los Santos also hit him with a left hook that made him not want to engage no more. That fight was just disappointing on so many levels because for me, De Los Santos was the one that was doing the most promo about going in there and stepping on him, going into his place in his hometown and stepping on them. And that fool stood in the middle of the ring and pointed down. I'll never let that go. Never let that go. And they both have a
Hey,
lot to do with that fight, but man, you came there to show and prove, and you showed us that you could point down.
Well, both of them were counter punchers the same way I said. And the way that fight was born, I said that the same thing could happen in this fight we're about to watch. Both counter punchers. Edwin did not want to commit to get in there and get his butt whooped. And Shakur, look, I don't even believe Shakur was hurt. I know everybody say that, but I also heard him while he asked him between like round 8 and 9 in the corner, is your hand all right? And he was like, yeah. So to me, that means there ain't nothing wrong with you. I was at the damn fight. Look, I was there. I was pissed. I was pissed at both of them. I felt like both of them didn't commit to that fight. Yeah, Shakur won it, but whatever.
well, he was asking with his hand because he wanted him to use it more. But his hand was hurt before the fight. You could see that he had the bruise on his knuckle. His knuckle was swollen, super swollen. So his hand was hurt.
Whatever, Blue.
And he was under weather. You know, I'm just telling you what it
Seen
is.
him
This is what he
punching with
said.
broken hands, punching with that hand. I mean, he did it against Padley, but I ain't gonna mess with this child. All right, Blue. I'll even say that. Yeah, he got Padley up out of there and he busted his hand. Remember? I think it was like the 6th round where we see him wince.
Yeah, he hit him
He
to the
stopped him
body.
to the body. Shout
Yeah,
out to Shakur for that. Nobody
yeah.
want to give him credit for stopping somebody. Padley ain't no
That's
punk.
what I said. The only way that he gets a KO on TO is by hitting him to the body. He's not going to hit him in the face. He's not hitting him in the head to knock him out. Only way that he can hurt T.O., like knock him out, to be to the body.
Not to that
Otherwise,
Squidward. Not to that Squidward nose of his.
it ain't gonna happen, bro. Come on now. Look, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because he is moving up. He's moving up to 140, and you know what? I believe that he does have a little bit of power. He's gonna have a little bit more power, and we're gonna see the outcome. You know, either one of them. Teal's already been there. You see what I'm saying? But I think he can probably knock him down at least. You know, with a punch he might not see or something like that. He got knocked down before. You know, so Tio. He might be able to knock him down with a
Yeah,
punch
it
he
has the
don't see.
potential to be a really good fight, though, bro. Especially if they're both on their apex game.
Yeah, and that's what I want. I want no excuses. I want Tio at his best. I want him to be able to go in there and do what he's got to do, make Shakur think, but just make him do what he do, make him both of them elevate their game to another level to make a good fight, man.
For sure.
Make a fight of the year, shit.
But
Just for them to be in there banging.
both of them have to give us a performance to show them why they're gonna make boxing great again and why they the new face.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
That's
I'm
what
with
they're
you.
done.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, none of that soft shit. Get in there and do what you do. And just to back up a little bit, man. Talk about the co-main, Keyshawn and Jermaine. Jermaine, listen, I just look. I guess I'm thinking that they squashed that shit between them, each other. Excuse my language. I think they squashed the situation with Bernie and Keyshawn, because while Bernie was on live with Mill, Keyshawn tried to call him, and then he called him back. You know what I mean? They obviously talked, so I think they handled that, which is a good thing, man. Get that off their chest and have a better understanding. You know what I mean? Um, uh, Bernie explained himself very in the best way he could to let it be known he wasn't trying to have alternative motives when he was saying what he was saying, and I think Keyshawn understood that, and that's why he got that phone call behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So
I
that was
think that was
good.
obvious. I think Keyshawn was just got his feelings about
Yeah, yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
But
So
shout out to Bernie. But he showed his behind last night. And
yes, he did. He was, ooh, he
I
was
had to
all.
leave. I can't be involved in no mess like that. He's too old to be doing that.
You was in that live. He was in that live.
Yeah, man. I was like, I'm out. Y'all have at it. That was
Well,
ridiculous.
you know what? You know what? Okay, so I understand what you're saying because that's negativity. Period. You see what I'm saying? But it's like don't sit there. Don't throw stones to try to hide your hand. You know what I mean? Like Bernie had a point when he got up there. Well, now did he handle it properly? You know what I'm saying? That's on
What was
him.
the point?
You know what I mean?
Did he want to put hands on the man? That man said, I will
No,
sue
no,
you.
no, 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 no. So there you go. You obviously know that there's no hands going to be put on him. I think what it was is his point was just to get him to admit that he was in the wrong, and that's what Greg did. Greg admitted that he was in the wrong. He said, "Okay, well, you feel like that, then where you coming from? Yeah, I see." You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. That's why Greg was like, "Look, let's try to let's work this out." But you've already you keep poking at him. You see what I'm saying? Like you keep poking at him, saying what you said, just being dismissive at the same time. You know what you're doing. And Bernie understands what you're doing. They both messing with each other. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if you really was just trying to figure things out. You just shouldn't have Bernie should be having to get up there to pull your card to show you that you knew what you was doing and you was just trolling. Bernie shouldn't have to get up there to put you on the spot like that before you start backpedaling so much to where now you making excuses on why you do this and why you do that and talking about stuff. Now you talking in circles. Now Bernie's starting to talk in circles. You know what I'm saying? Because he's being redundant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, it is what it is, right? It's freaking
Yeah.
it's boxing talk on freaking YouTube. Dude's gonna be
Hmm.
saying crazy stuff. I mean, not all creators do that type of stuff. I try not to be talking crazy too tough, but like it happens. It's nothing for I don't think for these dudes to be taking personal and be wanting to talk about they gonna put hands on somebody. To Greg, I don't think I would be backing off. I would just be like, dude, it was just boxer talk. But for him to just sit there though and let Bernie just cuss him, like, I was like, dude, I can't listen to
That's
this.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He knew he was in the wrong. That's why he could listen. If he thought he was right, he would have kicked him off and then stood on his square. But he knew
That's
he was
what I
wrong
said.
because he said
Hang up
that's
on him, click him off.
yeah. Like he literally took it all. Like that's why Bernie was just kept going in on him. He's like, look, you soft. Like you allowed me to get up here and still do this. You see what I'm saying? He told him to his face that you still let me do it.
I was
You know what
wondering
I'm
though,
saying?
was that for the purpose of content? Was
You can
that
say it's for the purpose of content, but you made yourself look weak. You know what I'm
exactly?
saying? You made yourself look weak. Bernie talks about your sexuality. He clowned you.
He
like
so did.
he
Oh,
he ta-
Lord.
he went to a whole nother level where it was like, come on, bro. Like you need to stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And you
manhood.
started it. This is
Yeah.
my main point. So check this out. Do you agree with me or not? This is my main point. Look, you're the one that basically when y'all was going back and forth in y'all exchanges when Bernie first got at him, he said as soon as you sent your message out, I replied right back to you. You see what I'm saying? He
Mm.
sent the message out and he told him, he said, look, he said what he said, and then he was like, oh, don't get it twisted, basically. We don't need to solve it we don't need to solve it in the streets, but we can solve it in the ring. We can spar. Now the next day you come out saying that I want to sue you. You're like, hold on, where'd the energy go? You, you big tough guy now. All of a sudden, you want to sue me?
I
You
think
want to
it's
spar
because
me?
Bernie said something to the effect of, "You don't be at these fights," and then went to say, "I didn't really get the sense of in the ring. I got the sense of if I see you, it's on." And I think that's
Nah,
the way he was
Bernie just said
taking
he.
it.
Well, okay, so Bernie is the type of individual where he ain't gonna just square up like knock you out. He's gonna humiliate you because he's a street person. He's gonna slap you. That's why he said I'll slap you when I see you. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna shame you. He's gonna slap you. You know what I mean? I look, you ain't nothing to me. You're beneath me, so I'm gonna slap you. You see what I'm saying? So,
That's
but
still a
that
song.
doesn't.
Look,
Yeah, exactly.
that's still a
100%.
song.
That 100%. But if you gonna tell a man, your reaction is, man, we can step in the ring. Keep that same energy then. You see what I'm saying? Don't come back the next day. Don't come back talking about, oh man, I'm gonna sue you. Like, bro, you could have kept that same energy. And you could have told Bernie while he was on the live with him, hey, Bernie, look, let's get all this. You remember what I said, right? That would have been cold right there if he would have said, you remember what I said in the text, right? In the message, right? I said, we can still spar. What
Inspiring.
is it? Well, let's get it on. You feel how you feel. I
Really ain't
feel how I
about that
feel.
life. He ain't. He there. That was
Well, we
talking
know
too.
that. We
That
know
was
that. He was just
talking
talking.
too.
Yeah, we know it. He was just talking. But it's like, stop talking so much and you ain't backing it up. All you doing
Yeah.
just
Okay. I agree.
talking.
I agree
You
with
see what
you
I'm
on
saying?
that.
That's why I said Bernie had a point. And when Bernie did what he did, Bernie could have even made this man apologize if he wanted to. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That's the position that he had him in last night. He could have said, man, apologize to me right now.
I don't think Greg would have though.
I think Greg would apologize. Listen, I know you might not think so, but in my opinion, from the situation that he sat there and took all that and let him say whatever he wanted to say, was still trying to make peace. All of a sudden, he want to be his friend. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he would apologize. I think he would apologize. I'm just telling you, he would apologize to him, in my opinion. But he was like, man, apologize to me.
B3, you've been MIA for a minute.
But it's just,
Yeah,
it is
audio
what it
coming.
is. Yeah, what's good with you,
It's a
B3?
little choppy.
Hold on, let me try to reset this. This is crazy.
That sound good. Wait, B3 out quick.
You gonna just hop back in.
When were they both live? Last night, Bella. It was last night on Angry Man podcast.
Yeah,
Hey,
so that's yeah, because he went live. He made a thing about it. Bernie was right, bro. You out here talking about me. You want to put me out there. I didn't say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about you. You brought me up. You know what I mean? Which is wild. You bring a man up, man. You got to keep that same energy. You can't be mad at him for what he say to you.
You don't gotta let somebody dog you out like that though. Forget that mess. That's craziness. That's
No,
crazy.
you don't. I just felt like he knew. He felt like he was in the wrong, so he accepted it. You know.
So if
So I
he
felt
had basically if he had booted him, then it would have made Greg look
it
worse.
looked better. To a certain extent, he still could have saved face.
I think so too, because that
He
was
still could have saved
extreme,
face.
boy.
Yeah, he could have still said save face because all he had to do is if he would have brought up the sparring, like man, we could still spar. If he would have just stood on the square instead of just stepping off the square, he let Birdie stand on both squares. Like you know
He
what I'm
sure
saying?
did.
Birdie
He
had his
got to
foot on
acting
his
like he
square.
was looking up something online. I
Yeah.
was like, boy,
Hey
you
look,
mute
hey look,
yours.
Birdie had his foot on his square, and he also had his foot on Drake's square. He didn't say what he was talking. And Greg was just standing there looking at him. Like, can I get back on my square, please? Brady like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Brady's like, nah. You beep, 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 beep.
All right, let me get back in the conversation. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, now listen, y'all know we definitely been working, right? Been moving around, but we're grounded, right? I just gotta say shout
Yeah.
out to Curtis Robinson for pulling up. Hip Hop Keto was happening. Appreciate y'all continuing to rock out with us now. And Blue and Shower keeping us going. Before we get off for the day, let me ask y'all this real quick. Start with you, Blue. Andy and Raymond Mortaya. Who you got in that matchup?
Oh man. Look. I'm going with Andy, man. I'm going with Andy, man. I got to. But listen, look, Raymond, hey, he's sitting there, he's talking that talk, man. I think it's 50-50. I ain't got no dog in the fight, man. I just want the best man to win. That's all it is. I mean, if I have to pick somebody, I'm gonna pick Andy, but because I feel like he should be able to outbox him, but I don't know. You know, more Charlie said he on his game and it's levels to this, and he's saying he got more experience. He ain't ready, so. Uh, and he said he going for the KO. You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna break them, yo. He gonna break Cruz. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna be a good fight. You know what I mean? And we gonna see we gonna see Saturday. We gonna see Saturday, you did. We gonna see that. You did. We gonna see Saturday. So
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
definitely looking forward to the matchup. Shower, did you make a pick on this fight yet?
No, we talked about it a little bit. I guess I'm with Blue. I would love to see Andy win. I used to be a real big supporter of Murtaya until he fought Tevin Farmer and he called him a runner, and I was like, dude, no, we don't do that. But the thing with me is, Murtaya. Okay, his last fight with Abdullayev, he fell flat. It was just a really flat performance to me. But right before that, he stopped Campos. Like he can do that. If he wants to show up, he can. And with this opponent, something tells me he's going to show up. He said his levels. Blue is right. He also said he thinks it's too soon for Andy. So he got a point to prove. He's trying to keep his title and go on to bigger fights. He even said he would love to fight Abdullah. So he got his eyes on a prize, a far off prize. I think Murataya can win this. I'll just say that. But I'm pulling for Andy.
I'm with you, Quinn. You already know.
Yeah, I feel torn to be honest. I don't like
Yeah.
Murataya no more, but I do. I do.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
talking the
like I
right
like
talk.
his heart. I definitely like his front foot pressure, but I think
He's
he's
got
just
good
gonna
energy for this fight.
the speed differential and
The speed between he and Cruz.
yeah, I think I was watching some of the Tevin fights. I don't know. I just feel like Raymond is susceptible to he be kind of coming up short a little bit.
Yes, which is why it pissed me off that he called Tevin a runner, and I felt like Tevin boxed your butt.
100%. So I'm expecting something in similar fashion from Andy. I think Andy's gonna definitely box. That would be smart of him to do. I don't think he should get into no firefight.
Heck no. But okay, to that point, who was it that he kind of got into a firefight with?
Saucedo.
Yeah, Saucedo Gomez, right? And
Hmm.
he ended up well, he tried to stop him. He almost stopped him, but then the fight came to an end in the 10th round, right?
You're right. Yeah.
But right before that fight, remember he almost got stopped by Moran
Mm,
last
I
summer.
know what you mean. He got clipped. He got clipped a couple times. He
The year
just.
before last.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so I'm saying that
He got hurt.
Murtaya got the power to hurt Andy for sure if he could catch him. So, and I'm like you, Andy got a box. If he don't want to sit there and try to trade with Murtaya.
I think stylistically though, I think Antonio Moran, we kind of got to give him a lot of credit though, because he's kind of got like a lot of length, and
He got a lot of
he,
experience too.
right, he kind of gonna put it all on the line. It almost looks like he knows like what it is and what it ain't. Like he's willing, he's not worried about getting stopped or trying to, he's just fighting. Now Raymond is not gonna want to take them punches. He's not looking to get beat up in there or get hit clean. He's gonna be trying to evade punches. So we got to see when Andy's really throwing back at him how aggressive Raymond is gonna be. I think Andy should probably either win this comfortably. Really,
Mm,
I just don't see. I think he got an underrated skill set, Andy. I think because, like you're saying, he only has a handful of fights in the pros. That's all that I mean. Raymond is saying. Raymond is saying he's saying all the right things, right? But I'm really not buying it when we consider Andy's pedigree, and then the fact that he's pretty much he started off with it with 10 rounders when he came into the pros. So
hmm
he has a lot of international experience. I don't think Raymond is going to show him anything he's not ready for. You know what I'm saying?
True that, because Murtaya, if I recall correctly, was found in the well his dad is friends with Garcia. But Raymond used to be a part of that whole backyard boxing, but he did box also as a child, but he got into that backyard, you know what I'm talking about. That backyard fighting stuff they be doing in California. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not that pedigree. But I know he does feel like he has something on him. He's what, 23-0. So he's got more experience, I guess, at the pro level. But Andy's gonna use his legs, and like Thomas was saying earlier, that Cuban style, he's gonna be moving. He should be moving, even though they're talking about knockouts too. So we're gonna see. That indicates to me he may stand there a little bit.
Yeah, it's no way Raymond's gonna get away from Andy. I think this is almost gonna be like a tailor-made matchup for Andy.
Mm,
Yeah, it's just gonna be dependent upon
hmm
what type of what level of punishment Andy can uh put on display, because like you're saying, Saucedo, tough guy. These guys are kind of taking Andy's punches, but he's gonna have two additional rounds. So if he opens up on Raymond, he could possibly hurt him. I just feel like it's just Yeah, I'm just not seeing it out of Rim, especially with the Zara Abdullayev fight. He left a lot to be desired in that
Man, that
matchup
was
too.
so flat. But you
Now,
know
now
what?
Andy's been hurt before. Now it looks like he's been hurt a little bit before. So More Tyler
But
can
that's what I'm. But
he can
see,
pull
here's
off
the.
some. So I'm trying to tell you.
But Blue, this people say that, but then when we say it with Inouye, they'll say, "Well, he came back and stopped the dude." So that's the same thing with Andy. Is like, yeah, he got clipped, but he came back and stopped the dude. So
Did he stop Moreno? Oh yeah, he
yeah,
did.
he
He sure
did.
did. That's what I was gonna say. It's something else you said just a few seconds ago that you may be on point. You may be on point. The Salcedo fight, right? It was something he was not doing in that fight because he could have stopped him early, for sure. But I think you know what I think it was. I think he was headhunting, if I recall
He wasn't
correctly.
going to the body enough.
Yeah, but when he did, he had him hurt and he could have stopped him. But then he just really wanted that knockout to the head. He just got to be aware. A lot of these dudes got to be aware that when you can stop somebody right there to the body, it shouldn't matter the stoppage. Just stop them. Quit playing. I don't know about
Yeah,
him stopping Murataya to the body, but he has the ability. So you're right. You're right about that. What's his knockout percentage? He's 50%.
right now. Oh, okay.
But I mean, he only
It's-
got 6 fights.
yeah, he's definitely if Raymond can keep his form, then he'll probably just get outboxed. But if he can't, and he starts getting hit with combinations by Andy, then it's not gonna be pretty.
I
So
mean,
because
Tevin was
because
hitting him with combos for sure.
yeah, Tevin had a lot of success in that fight.
Hmm.
And Andy plays that hit and not get hit game. So I can't live off what somebody did a few fights back. You know what I'm saying? Like this
I mean,
next
you
guy
gotta
gonna have
take
to
it
do it.
into account too, though. That's their style, right? You gotta take some of that into account.
And then I think Antonio Moran. No, well, not maybe his pro career. Did his pro career start with Bozy? But all I say that was his first fight on the Riyadh card. So that was like his first. That was his first breakout fight. Even though he had been on, I don't know who was that first. Hold on, let me pull him up to see who his first fight was against.
Burgos.
Yeah, Burgos. But I want to see if that was that the main event. Did Eddie main event them? I think that was a main
I
event.
don't know about all that. No, it can't be. I'm looking at the card. You had Jermaine Franklin versus Gutierrez, Alicia Baumgartner versus Leonardo two.
Okay, that was the main event. Yeah, that
Was
was the
it
main
Jermaine
event. Leonardo two. Yeah, it had to be. Yeah,
Pagan? Yeah, because I'm looking at these
that
other
was a
names.
Baumgartner card.
It sure is, yeah.
But
Because
it's in
that was for
Detroit. Yeah,
her. That was for what is it? Undisputed.
and I think that's the test that she came back and pop out for
Yep. Because when is this
2023.
live? Yeah, it is. Right after the fight, huh? She popped.
So yeah, so if you look at all the styles, guys that have come forward, aggressive fighters, none of these guys are back foot boxers or out boxers that are that Andy's gonna have to chase. So he fought Burgo, Straffon, Brian, Zampanria, then he fought Tony Moran, Saucedo,
You're
and then
right. Oh, they coming forward. They coming
yeah.
forward. Yeah.
So Raymond is gonna be stepping to Andy as well.
You right
So
about that. And it's right up his alley again with the legs, with the
now
foot movement. Yeah.
I will say this because this is a step up fight for Andy. This is, I mean, Keyshawn Davis and Raymond, they don't fight alike, but this will be able to let you see, kind of like his temperament in a fight with Keyshawn, because Keyshawn gonna step to him. You see what I'm saying? So this could be
Everybody.
something where we can, yeah. But he got a young gun that's gonna go in there and he gonna do what he got to do to try to get Andy out of there. You see what I'm saying? And you got to
Keep feeling better
understand.
than. Keyshawn
Huh?
better, but I see what you're saying though. I was gonna say Keyshawn
Yeah,
way better
just so you
for
can just
retirement,
judge
man.
it. You got something to judge. You have something to see. You see what I'm saying? Like what
Compared,
he's gonna
yeah.
do. Yeah. Like this is a step up fight for him. You
This is
know?
also, I'm looking at it like this now. This is also a step up for Raymond. Raymond, I'm looking at his resume. I mean, in Dog Denny, 31-4, Tevin Farmer, 33-5. Um, Zaro Abdullah, 20-1. You know, Jesus Perez, 25-5. Like, he fought Nakatia, stopped
Mhm.
Nakatia. He has a good resume, but that's what I'm saying. The skill set that Andy possesses,
Jeremy Hill.
yeah, he stopped Jeremy Hill. But see, Jeremy Hill, I don't think he's at to the level of Andy. Even though
No,
he's a good,
you're right.
he's a good boxer. But yeah, he did step on Jeremy. We don't know the parameters of how wide it only went 3 rounds.
Yeah, he stopped him. It's a knockout.
Yeah, KO. Yeah, so Andy's gonna be a tall task for Raymond. Yeah, I just don't see it because,
Oh,
like y'all saying, the feet, the legs, he doesn't have the wear and tear. Um, and he also has international experience. So I think Bozy has got him in well conditioned, as you can see his last few
yeah.
fights. He has been looking
But a
good.
walk in the park, again with I don't know. I just feel like with that power, that could be equalizer. If he catches Andy, like Raymond's punching when he's in good form. But overall, yeah, Andy for sure.
I just don't see what makes him so confident in Andy. What has Andy done to make you think Andy can do anything?
Good
I mean,
question.
it's style, man. Well, I mean, it's his style. I mean, you taking Raymond for the win, Mr. Shelton?
Of course.
Yeah, I think Raymond
I've
can.
never put no money on no 6 fight dude.
Well, I'm gonna take the 6 fight dude. So it's on you, however you
Take
want
him.
to carry it.
I will say this though,
Take him.
Raymond better not come in there dry again like he did against Galindo. Remember he got dropped that first round because he came in there no sweat.
Yeah, he did get dropped.
Yeah, and Galindo's a
We'll
dog.
see. I mean,
I got a 50. I
if
don't
the
want to.
six
I mean,
fight
I got
dude,
a friendly 50 on Andy if you want to do it, Mr. Shelton. If not, you know what I'm saying, you can leave it on the table. But
no, I don't care.
I
I don't care enough about this fight to bet.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Shout out to
I
your
care about.
hometown
I
guy
bet on fights
Raymond,
I
man.
care about. I fight on. I'll bet on fights I care about. I don't care about enough about this fight to bet.
Yeah, you
I'm
right,
just
Mr. I
saying
was trying to get some easy 50 out you. Um, but
upset
not
in here for sure. But I
yeah,
guess
because Andy gonna box this guy's ears off, Mr. Show. You know that.
What you say, Shawa? You was going to say something before B3 interrupted with that craziness.
I just said an upset could happen, but I'm talking about because I think people are expecting Andy to win, but I definitely think Raymond is dangerous. If Raymond come in there right, that Raymond is dangerous, and it would upset everybody thinking Andy's gonna win. That's the upset I'm talking about.
Well, I get it because everybody's saying gold medalist, Andy Cruz, Bosie it is. I don't really mean that.
Well, it's the same with just like how Keyshawn be saying, like, man, well, the pros, the amateurs is different than the Olympics is different than the pros. You know what I mean? So the
Yeah,
fighting
he don't
is
believe
different.
that. You know,
So it's
B3's following the crowd. He's following the herd, which I ain't mad at him. You know, the herd says Andy Cruz is this, that guy. I don't see that. I don't see Andy Cruz as being that guy because he beat up 3 Walmart workers and 3 forklift drivers.
I've been watching the
Hey,
performance, man. At the end of the day, um, Raymond just hasn't been doing it. Maybe he's not making 135 well. Uh, I don't know, man. We gonna see. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting how it plays out. But we got a couple more days until the fight happens. So
Yeah,
all we
we
gotta do
definitely
is
gonna
get up
find
and
out.
get ready for it.
Long as they both show up, we definitely gonna find out.
Justice
Hmm.
for Robisi for sure, for sure. I don't like what's his name?
Robisi still fighting?
He should be.
I haven't seen him.
He fought a dirty fighter twice his last two fights.
This is dirty.
All them elbows, literally grabbing the man behind his neck and punching. That I would call that dirty, sir.
I would call that professional boxing, Shama. That's why they got a ref.
Nah, you know
Ref's
you ain't
supposed to catch
supposed to
the
grab behind the head.
Ref's supposed to catch it. My favorite fighter of all time, Muhammad Ali, was notorious for grabbing you behind your head.
I think the ref was letting it slide because he was even elbowing Robisi, and he did
You like
crack that
Robisi?
man's. He cracked his.
You like Robisi though, don't you?
I like his showmanship. I don't like him I ain't like, ooh, he's a great fighter and then, but I don't like people that are dirty. I'll tell you that much. I don't.
Yeah, people was just telling me how great. I was telling everybody, man, Robisi is gonna run into somebody who's gonna beat him up with all that dancing and ducking and show. He gonna get his ass, man.
Yeah, it's the showmanship. I like it.
Outside of that, man, let me say this: we're gonna end it for the day. Listen, I appreciate all the love and support. We're growing. YouTube is reviewing the AdSense application right now, so hopefully we'll be monetized within the coming weeks. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on that, man. We're growing. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Man, listen, another beautiful show. Great cook. We about to test 4 hours on the dot. And I appreciate, man. Make sure y'all lock in with Yes Indeed Boxing. When the next time you going live, Shower?
I don't know. This gave me an opportunity to not go live. Thank you, Big Boo.
Uh,
I got my stuff I've been wanting to talk about, so I'm
That's so
good.
boxing feeling now. Now you can watch His and Hers and finish the last episode.
I'll go live maybe before the week is out. Maybe today. Maybe tonight. If y'all come over there and hit the panel for sure.
If your notification pops up, I'll be over there.
Yeah, your phone don't be connecting to my thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I know you be using that. That I forget what that is. The same thing that Greg uses.
Yeah,
Restream. Studio Restream. Yeah. I don't know. We'll y'all be good, man. Y'all have a good day. I gotta drive through this traffic. All these people outside. It make me sick. I need to go home.
Appreciate you, Mr. Moore, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right,
Blue, everybody that pulled up today. Showed so much love on the panel. We'll be back tomorrow with another cook, man. Shout out to the Sports Talk Network, the People's Network. Let's go green.